head out into the jungles of Cholt to try and find the Soulmonger, a necromantic artifact that is supposedly the cause of the death curse. You arrived here with Sindra Sylvain, and you've found yourself some accommodations at the Thundering Lizard, and you've begun making your way around the city, exploring many of the different facets that the city has to offer, and meeting some of the locals, and helping out where you can, finding a guide, preparing yourselves, and picking up some quests on the way. A lot of people need stuff doing, so you guys are there to help them. And is my Roll20 music messed up again?
My token's turned the wrong thing again.
Oh, did you change your character's name?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, I've got your token saved as Lazarus, so I'll have to fix that up. So give me about 1 minute, and then I'll do that, and then we'll start. All right, Victor.
Just Victor.
Okay, I'm gonna need to reload my page as well because the music always stops working on Roll20 for some reason. Okay, Victor. Yeah, I've got to save that to your actual token, so it's gonna take a second. Otherwise, it will just keep coming out as Lazarus every time.
Yeah, I tried to fix it myself, but no avail.
Okay.
Did it on the character sheet, then somebody else said to do it on the token, so I did that. I messaged you, and I wrote on the loading screen as well.
Okay. I fixed it up for you.
Cool.
All right. The audio always cuts out on Roll20 for me lately. I might have to empty my cache again. Anyway, so I just reloaded. That should fix it. Okay, so we'll just go through. Like we've done a little bit of a recap. It was more of just like a preparation session last week, where you guys met a guide or a couple of guides and gathered some resources. We're going to go over all that again now. We ended the session with you guys finding Amala here and heading into Golden Throne, as Amala had found himself dealing with a dancing monkey fruit, and the sale of the fruit was done via the black market, which is illegal. So Amala has come to beg one of the merchant princes for his life, basically, saying that he'd made a mistake in using this dye to dye a stuffed animal. Tried to make a dye from the fruit. So you've got quite a lot of quests here. We'll just go over them really quickly. All right, firstly, you've been asked to collect a debt. Clahu, a bookie who takes bet at Executioner's Run, has asked to come with her as she collects a debt. Pay his 10% whatever is collected on the 500 gold piece debt, which is owed by a man named Taban. So you're planning to meet Clahu later today. Also, Talim has been asked to escort Undril Silvertusk, a half-orc priest who is a representative of the Order of the Gauntlet. He's newly arrived in Port Nyanzaru, and he's got no idea what he's doing. He tried to get a horse and quickly learned that you can't take a horse into the jungle. He's lost all of his other fellow dispatchers that are supposed to head to meet up with and report to Commander Niles Breakbone at Camp Vengeance. And you're lucky that he's even still found himself and was able to locate Talim and hasn't got lost. He's actually just getting some supplies for himself at the Grand Sook at the moment. You've also met Annette, an acolyte of Savras, who's had these disturbing visions. She had visions of red-robed wizards operating a secret base somewhere in the Aldani Basin. And the head of her temple, Grandfather Zatembe, has given Annette permission to investigate. And you guys sort of stopped a run-in with a Zentarum from taking an aggressive turn towards Grandfather Zintembe, and she took interest in you then, and she donated 100 gold pieces to your expedition if you'd take her into the jungle, which you guys agreed. You've also met with Zandala, a half-elf, who claims to be Artist Simba's daughter. She's asked you to help him find him. He's a member of Force Grey and quite a well-known adventurer in Forgotten Realms. You're going to take her into the jungle as well. Then there's that quest that you guys are currently on at the moment with Amala, a master colorist at the dye works. Bought some dancing monkey fruit on the black market, used them to make and sell dye, and then he received this iron token from the Yepta Society, which is a warning saying that he's going to be punished. He fears for his life. He asks you guys to accompany him to Golden Throne, where he plans to beg to Quaothi for forgiveness. This is a quest from back on the Sword Coast for Talim. It's to find the locations of Ningalore and Oralunga and map them out. Orion, your quest pretty much has been completed. So I'm gonna have to put that
most
in
of my clan is dead, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's completed.
Same with Petra's, and same with Talim's. Those quests are done. So the only
did I already find Nangalore and Orlanga?
No.
Oh, there was the other one, right?
I think you meant Caldor. Calendar.
No, it was this one, Talim's quest. I was talking about. That's done. So the final one is to seek wisdom at Oralunga. This strange lady stumbled up to Orion on the street, grabbed his arm and whispered, "Speak to the wise guardian of Oralunga, east of Vimala. She can direct you to that which you seek." You guys are like, "Hey, that sounds good. We'll do that." And added that to your list of quests. Okay. So you guys also you guys also stopped a wild Ankylosaurus from stampeding out of control and crushing people and destroying buildings, and you'd met another guide who runs the dinosaur races, Gondolo, down at Tariq Anchorage, and he told you that he sells beasts of burdens there. And if you want to get in on the dinosaur races, he'll give you free tickets to check out the dinosaur races. So Hugh Hackenstone and Musharib are hanging out in the market ward for today. And apparently someone wants to do Cone of Cold on half of the city. And also, there's another guide, Salida, who's been sort of hanging around, watching you guys from a distance. But you guys decided you didn't want to take her on as a guide. So we're starting today's session with you guys heading into Golden Throne. And that's where Victor is going to be. So Victor, what we can do is we'll just sort of start off with you introducing your character. And then I'll work that into the current story at the moment. At the moment for you, you're actually in Golden Throne, which is like the political center for Port Nyanzaru. It's a very stately looking edifice. It's heavily guarded, and it's where all the merchant princes usually hang out and discuss political topics. You're currently here waiting to have a meeting with one of them. And then we'll just go from there. You introduce your character and I'll work you in and tie you in with the party members here.
Cool.
You can just introduce your character.
So he's sitting there on the sofa, just very relaxed. You see a long dark cloak and a long hat, big hat. On the back of his coat, you'll see like a branding of a crying man. He looks from like some sort of monk.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. And
did you get that?
yeah, he looks like a monk. And your character's like backstory. What's he about?
Yeah, did you not get that? Okay.
I
Can
think
you hear me now?
It cut out for a second there. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me start again then.
I heard
so it's a
like
monk.
up to monk. Did it cut out for everyone else?
Yeah.
I heard monk order and then it stopped.
Yeah, no, I did stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you did stop. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay, so yeah, basically, I'm here because I heard something about a curse, and I'm here to protect the weak and the vulnerable, people that can't protect themselves. But I don't know if you'd know that yet. But you might know it from the branding on the back of the jacket.
Okay. Yeah, this is more just for me to work you into the story, not really for the other characters to get to know you.
Well, that's basically it.
Okay. So you're from
The god is
Ilmater, but
Ilmater,
you're from
yep.
the city, right? You're from Waterdeep.
I'd have to up to you. I don't know what was the best sea.
Okay. It's kind of up to you because you're a character, but Waterdeep
Well,
works fine.
I was thinking Neverwinter.
Could be Neverwinter. So you're an investigator, member of the City Watch.
No, not City Watch. I've dabbled with the City Watch, but not part of the City Watch.
Okay.
I'm part of the Monk Order.
All right. So you're a bit of like a freelance investigator then.
Yeah, for the monks.
Okay. So you've obviously heard about this death curse, and perhaps you live at a monastery near Neverwinter, perhaps near the destroyed base of the mountain Hotenow, the one that erupted and destroyed most of Neverwinter during the spell plague. Anyway, this monastic order has grown increasingly concerned with the coming of the death curse, and it is an excellent time for Ilmater to shine, being the god of perseverance in the face of suffering. So you've been sent out by the order to try and remedy the situation, spread the word of Ilmater, and help those who are suffering. They organized some travel for you. I'd have to say that you'd be teleported into Port Nine Zari, because the journey from Neverwinter to Chult would be months if you're going to go.
Yeah, I'm a modern monk.
You're a modern monk. Anyway, so yeah, being an investigator yourself, you've got a few contacts, and you're also trying to gather some information. Your contacts in Neverwinter, they are the ones who organized your teleportation, and I might even say you're taking this mission directly from Lord Neverember himself. He's funding your expedition, so he gave you your starting gold, whatever it is, 10 gold or something, and he paid for your teleportation, and he's even given you a letter of recommendation to meet with one of the merchant princes in Port Nyanzaru here.
Okay,
And
this is Victor's biggest job, so he doesn't really know the scale of it.
Okay. So your contact is a man named Ifan Talroa. He's a merchant prince, and he's you're here to meet with him to get some information, pretty much. Learn what you can, and also you've done a bit of investigating. You've learned that to head into the jungle, you're going to need a guide, and you're not going to survive if you head out into the jungle by yourself. So you're also looking for a group of adventurers to join. Now, there is a countless amount of adventurers that have traveled to Port Nyanzaru lately and are banding together and then heading out to the jungle to try and stop this death curse for many different reasons, whether it's a reward because they've lost a loved one, or they want to become famous and be a hero. They're just doing it out of the kindness of their own heart. Whatever the reason is, there are plenty of adventurers to choose from. So, no idea why you're choosing these guys, but anyway, I'm joking. So, you're here at the Golden Throne. It's a palace, pretty much. It's got these alabaster columns lining this mighty hall. The floor is made from polished white marble. The ceiling rises to a peak at 30 feet. There are tropical palm fronds, palm trees, and there's this like 15-foot wide golden rug that leads all the way up to this meeting place. It's very casual. It's like sort of open air. There are no windows. Well, there are windows, but there are no glass panes in the windows, so you can feel the breeze sort of pass through the windows. It's actually extremely humid here, and it's about 40 degrees Celsius, and it's very humid as well, or 100 degrees Fahrenheit if you use Fahrenheit. So there's a small dais at the back of this meeting area, and off to the sides, to your left and right and behind you, there are various other chambers and quarters where various meetings take place. So this is sort of like a waiting lounge. There are some comfy white divans. There is this fancy looking white high-backed throne that you believe this is where merchant princes will sit. And then there is just a bowl of fruit sitting on a table filled full of tropical fruit, mango, lychees, and there are grapes. And then there is just a tabaxi minstrel playing a soft, sullen tone on his lute, creating a bit of background ambience. So there's this humanoid cat folk playing a lyre. He's just strumming away. And it's got a very sort of relaxed atmosphere here, Victor. Apart from these gladiator guards that flank the entrance to Golden Throne. They look very fierce. Each one wears a helmet that covers their face, and they all wear this same kind of gladiatorial uniform. They're each at least 6 feet tall and built like bricks. They look kind of tough, and they're extremely fit, and you can tell that they're some of the elite guards of Port Nyanzaru. It's almost the grandest edifice in Port Nyanzaru. So this honor guard are just waiting here, and you're waiting to meet with this merchant prince. As you're relaxing on the divan, a group of adventurers walk in, and we may go around now and quickly introduce everyone's character, just a description for everyone. We'll start off with Orion.
Orion is a shifter. He is a little under 6 feet. He is extraordinarily hairy. He's dressed mostly in furs, or I guess he's stripped down because it's so hot and humid here. He is a barbarian. He's an Mythgard barbarian, and he has a shield, a bow, and a sword.
All right, and Talum.
Talum, although in the picture he looks like he's wearing armor and shield and warhammer. In fact, plot twist, he's just wearing a halberd. That's it. He's a Simar paladin, and yeah, he's pretty tall. Looks pretty human-like, although, but besides those gleamy eyes, yeah.
And Petra.
Right. Petra is a human sorceress, currently wearing the style of the Cholt. She stands at 5'7", pale skin, blue eyes, platinum colored hair.
What class is she?
Sorceress.
And Tariq.
You see this goofy little green guy, his name's Tariq. He's a goblin, Materi, so looks very odd from the goblins that you've probably seen before. Stands a rife, 3.5 feet tall, and weighs about 50 pounds. Yeah, very unique looking goblin for somebody from outside of Chol.
And Kalendor. Calendar? Alright, he must not be here. Alright,
I guess is he the rogue?
he's a strong silent type. He is the rogue. Okay, so accompanying the party is also a slight woman. She just wears a tan-colored cowl over her head, and she has these gigantic earrings that almost look like crystal balls. Other than that, she's dressed very lightly, and she also has a necklace around her neck that looks like a holy symbol. It looks similar to her earrings, like a crystal ball. She looks like a priestly type. And then there is a commoner, just a peasant with the party. He looks like a Cholton man. His hands are actually stained blue with dye. Other than that, he just is dressed very, very lightly. So, yeah, the party will head in, and you guys are following Amala. And you're here to just help him try and put his case across to the merchant prince. So he just heads up through to the waiting area and just sits down on one of these couches and waits.
Hello there. Would you like some grapes? I went over to the grapes. And I go, oh, the little goblins come. Here, little goblin, have some grapes.
Amala responds to you when you offer him grapes and says, "No, thank you. I cannot bear to deal with fruit at the moment."
I'll pick up a grape and I'll hand it to the little goblin. Just jump down.
The goblin takes your grape and another handful of other assorted fruits on the plate and shoves them in his mouth.
Are you an adventurer?
Say again? I didn't hear you.
Are you an adventurer?
Me is Tariq.
Mm-hmm. Well, I need to get out of this town. I need to get there's a curse in this town. I need to get out. Are you going out maybe to the jungle?
Yes. Me and Tariq. Me is Tariq, and this is Tariq's tribe. He puts his hand back towards the rest of the people, like Petra telling Kalendor and Orion. We's going on adventure soon.
I was brought here by the broken god. I'm here to protect the small, the weak, and anybody that needs this lady over here. I will help her. I'll see her blue hands, and I'll sort of.
I am a man. I'm not a lady.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I just got teleported a bit all over the place.
Thank you for your consideration, friend. I am looking to meet with Quaothi to beg for her forgiveness.
And what are you here for? To talk to the merchant?
Sorry?
What are you here to talk to the merchant prince about?
Well, I wasn't. I was just waiting in a lobby. I need to find some adventurers to get out of this town, to find out what's causing this curse. It's causing all the commoners here to die. It's spreading. It needs to be investigated. I hand him the seal of from the Holy Order.
So you're looking to go into the jungle?
I need to find the cause. I can't find it here in town.
Well, that's what we're here for as well. We're here to try to stop the curse.
Do you mind if I accompany?
I have no mind for it. The more the merrier. I'd look towards Talum. How about you?
Well, I mean, it's all fine, and as long as he can provide his own supplies, because I just turned my pockets inside out. We're pretty broke.
Got 10 rations.
Well, not only that, but we will explain you all, I guess, once we are going. You will need a couple of, I don't know, like, maybe 50 goldish for our little skedaddle in the jungle.
Okay, well, can I owe that? I don't have 50 gold.
Well, we will sort you out, no problem. That's what we do, right? Like Petra said, the more the merrier.
The tabaxi minstrel stops strumming and approaches you all. He's very flamboyant and he walks on his tiptoes. That makes him appear to be about 7 foot tall almost, especially with his long tail dancing around behind him. He has stripes, black stripes running across his golden fur that almost gives him a tiger-like appearance. He's very graceful and takes his lyre in one hand and gives you guys a very graceful bow.
I'll bow back.
Adventurers, spare a coin for your minstrel.
Jeez.
I mean, we might as well toss a coin to the Witcher.
I'll give him a silver piece.
I don't have any coins left.
Oh, please, friend. A gold will do.
I don't have any gold.
Tariq reaches into his pouch and pulls out a shiny yellow coin and tosses it.
The tabaxi clutches the coin in his hands like it means everything in the world to him, and he holds it close to his chest. Takes in a breath and almost purrs as he does. Oh, thank you, friend. This will do very well down at the dinosaur races. I hope to turn it into 20 more.
Do you bet there often?
Yes, friend, I do. And I will pay you back once I win. Well,
We're not too familiar with them. Perhaps you can inform us of the popular one.
oh, my personal favorite is banana candy. Perhaps it's a yellow skin. Reminds me of my precious fur.
How many times has he won?
Oh, not many. But it's... if you can choose and pick to go lucky, that is where the money's at. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go before the bets are closed for today.
Of course. Luck to you.
And Tabaxi just walks off, strumming their lyre as they go.
Tariq follows the tabaxi, trying to grab the tail for a while until he realizes how far he walked.
You try to grab the Tabaxi's tail?
Yeah,
Alright.
because it swings back and forth, and Tariq's very easily distracted, so he keeps on trying to grab for it.
Make an athletics check, Tariq, as you creep up on the Tabaxi, or chase the Tabaxi and try to grab its tail. You grab onto Tabaxi's tail as he's walking, and suddenly he just stands up extremely straight and turns around at you. Let's go! And immediately, just like a knee-jerk reaction, he hisses and just slashes you across the face. for 3 points of damage, and a line of blood drips down from your nose. Let go of me! He
Me is
demands.
sorry. Tariq is sorry.
Do you let go?
Yeah, let go.
Okay. The Tabaxi jumps back. Never do that again. If it wasn't for the fact that you'd given me the gold, this could have ended much differently, friend. Never grab a Tabaxi's tail like that.
I walk back with
Wait!
blood dripping from my face.
I apologize, perhaps I got a little bit out of control. And you see a couple of these royal guard stepping over, this honor guard. And the Tabaxi smiles. We're good here, aren't we, friend?
Me is good.
Then let me play you a song that will soothe you. And the Tabaxi just recites this poem. I did not mean to fill your face with blood. Perhaps my vision was blurred with mud. I am truly sorry, bud. And as he plays this performance, you're inspired with 8 temporary hit points, Tariq. And so are the gladiators, and they're like, ooh, that's a good story. The Tabaxi bows once more and then leaves Golden Throne. The honor guard return to their stations.
Can I check out one of these honor guard? Like, what they're carrying? Do they seem stronger than me?
They are bare-chested. They wear iron helms that have holes punctured in them. They look very much like this token looks. And
Are they like British guard? Or are they just like stock still standing, or do they kind of move around?
they're just no, they're standing still. They're stationed. They've got spears and shields. And when you go up to one of them, he turns his head to you. And he says, "Can I help you with something?"
Oh, jeez. You're a big guy. You get out much? Swing that sword roll?
I have fought and won many battles in the arena. That is why I'm honored to be stationed here under the name of the Merchant Princes.
What have you killed?
I have killed many.
Good talk.
I have killed many runts like you.
Say that again?
I have killed and defeated many runts like you.
Out of curiosity, if two people had an issue and they wanted to fight, is there a way to get into the arena to settle that? Not that I have an issue with you, friend.
You must convene with Akin Afar. She is the Merchant Princess, who is in charge of gladiatorial battles.
You got a name?
My name is Ragdoll.
I'll remember that.
You are loitering now. Please move along before I remove you forcibly.
I'd like to see that.
Alright. He steps forward and we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh shit.
He comes to grab you, Orion, or it looks like he may. You're not really sure what he's gonna do. He's got his shield, he does have his spear, but he comes at you. He takes a step forward and you feel like he's gonna do something.
I don't want to attack him. Can I dodge? Can I just make it more difficult for him to grab me?
A dodge action won't help you in that regard. Because it's.
I'll just get ready. Then I'll dodge action. Then that's fine.
Okay. Okay, you dodge, and then the Ragdoll, he just goes to smack you in the face with his shield, Orion, at disadvantage, and you dodge out of the way. He steps forward and then he comes in again, and you dodge out of the way a second time. He comes around to the side of you. And this time he just smacks you straight in the nose with the shield. You take 10 bludgeoning damage and you need to make a strength saving throw. Alright, he just backhands you with the shield so hard that it knocks you straight off your feet onto the ground prone.
Damn.
Move along, he says. And then he steps back to his station.
I want to get up very quickly and kind of brush myself off and... Ragda. I'll remember that.
Are you okay there, friend?
Yep.
How embarrassing.
Fuck off.
Ryan, these are not the. This is not the place to do this.
I don't like this place.
Please, friend, Amala says to you. I am trying to beg forgiveness for my life. Do not start trouble. This will not look good.
Oh, you know how party members are. Troublemakers.
You are troublemakers? Perhaps I have
Well-
made a mistake.
Well, no. We're not troublemakers. We're trying to fix trouble with more trouble. But the trouble is usually good trouble.
Alright, make a persuasion check, tell him. I do not want trouble. Sorry, friends. I think it is best that I meet with Gwaothi on my own.
Let's just sit down on the sofas, eat the fruit, and everybody relax.
We're already here. We don't worry. They will behave themselves. I assure you that we mean not to hinder you.
I don't think this is a good idea, friends. But I would ask you, do not cause any more trouble. And please stop eating the fruit. This fruit is the reason why I'm here to begin with. This is my life at stake. Remember, I have this. And he produces the Yepta Society token. This is a sign, a grave warning, that I have crossed the line.
Oh, don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. That's why we're here.
He just sort of shakes his head. We will see. And now you guys wait. And an hour goes by. No merchant prince. Another hour goes by. No merchant prince.
Well,
It's past midday
we
at this
got-
point.
I'll ask one of the gladiators.
Careful, Petra. These guys are assholes.
I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know when the merchant prince will be here?
I don't know. They get here when they get here.
Very well. Thank you for your help. Go back to seat. It seems like he doesn't know either, so we'll just have to wait.
By the way, at what point do we need to go to the, what you call it, to collect the debt?
Now.
Midday.
Yeah.
Ah,
Is it time to split the party?
I was thinking the same thing.
If you have business friends, I understand. Annette says, I can try and speak to Quayothi on behalf of Savras. I divine a good outcome, she says as she clasps her hands together in a prayer.
Very
well,
we
did
can always
promise to
come
help
back.
This guy.
I mean, if Inetta feels like that's, I mean, the divine gods are saying that, okay, sure. I mean, I'm all down for it. At least we can get multiple things done.
I'm okay with it.
Always follow the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys are talking here, Ragda suddenly just walks off
Oh, I
and he
don't like it.
leaves.
Oh, we gotta follow him. Come on, guys. Let's follow the asshole.
Well, we're probably going to the same place. I think he's probably going to the arena.
Alright, good luck, Inetta. I wish you well.
We'll be back as soon as we're done with business.
Yes.
Tariq, did you mean to cast Fairy Fire?
No, I didn't.
Savras will guide me to your location when we are done with our matters, she says. Okay, so you guys join up with Victor and leave Golden Throne. You're back out on the streets of Port Nyanzaru. There is all these exotic scents. And there is the heat, and there are perfumes, and there are all these colourful rooftops, dinosaurs moving about, colourfully dressed people, Choltons, going about their daily activities.
Is
So, do you have
Ragdoll
any-
on the street?
What's that?
Is Ragdoll on the street? Is he anywhere in sight?
Yeah, he is actually heading off to the Nobles District across the stone bridge.
Yep, we're heading towards Executioner Run.
So we get to follow him?
I'm not sure if there's a way down from up here without going through the Nobles.
Great, let's follow him.
Okay. He just heads off through the Merchant Prince's district. You head down these beautiful streets, colourful walls, giant trees jutting out over the tops of these little walled manors. The manors rising up even beyond that. All of these different villas. You see gardeners tending to beautiful rows of colourful flowers. And all sorts of fancifully dressed residents in silk robes moving down the streets. Alright, he heads down to the Royal Docks, past the Temple of Gond, to this stone underpass. As you
follow
guys,
him all the way.
as you guys head to the base of this stairs, you see, these unhappy-looking acolytes of Gond sort of just standing around. The Temple of Gond is this very open edifice, and someone shouts to you from the Temple of Gond. It's a little gnome. Look out! Look out! He's got his hands cupped over his mouth, and he's got these like thick mutton chops, and he's pointing and jumping up and down in a panic. And I need Petra to make me a dexterity saving throw. Alright, a water barrel. A heavy, heavy barrel comes careening down the stairs. Boom, boom, boom.
Can I try and jump in the way?
Bouncing from step to
Or
step.
push her out the way.
You can make a dexterity save as well, Victor. Alright, you interpose yourself instead. So
You have
you
to be more careful around it.
grab Petra, and then that water barrel smashes into you instead. It hits you hard. It's like a 40-gallon water barrel just hitting you at full speed.
I'm knocked out.
You try, like the second you like pull Petra out of the way and you say that, the barrel just smacks you on the head. It just flattens you, knocks you straight to the ground unconscious, and you hit your head on the ground and you're bleeding out all over the floor.
Yeah, are you or
I dropped 2 points of healing from healing hands. Not lay on hands, healing hands.
Thank you. Oh, what happened?
it seems like you got hit by a water barrel?
It's just instinct.
You get
Talk
mushed.
about steamrolled.
I try to be more careful.
Alright, that barrel,
Wait.
after it hits you, Victor, it just sort of spins out and it slams into a nearby stone building and comes to a halt. Okay.
Well, back to chasing the gladiator.
Alright, Ragdar's actually got a little bit of distance on you guys now. So what do you do, Victor? You get up and go about your business.
Why are we following this guy again? I thought we had other business in the
Well,
executioner's room.
He gave me a bloody nose. It's really important that we follow him. It's a pride thing. Well, we have other stuff to do, but
Alright.
this is more important right now.
Some of the acolytes from the Temple of Gon start to like sort of gather around you and ask if you're okay, Victor. They're mostly gnomes. Lanternese gnomes in wizard robes. Are you okay, friend? Oh, where did that come from? A couple of them are inspecting the barrel as well and looking around. That nearly knocked your head. Knocked your noggin clean off your shoulders.
Yeah, I was very lucky there.
Oh, very lucky as well. I mean, we can make you a prosthetic arm or a leg, but a prosthetic head. Now that would be quite a feat.
Oh, yeah, I have to care for people. I mean, who would I be otherwise?
Oh, do you have some enemies, friend?
Enemies?
Oh, yes. It very much looked like someone had rolled that barrel onto you.
I don't have any enemies.
Oh, not that you know. Well, you be careful then.
I will.
Alright, it'll require a perception check to try and find Ragdoll through the sea of people moving through Port Nyanzaru. So, yeah, it's very, very crowded. You're pushing past people, going shoulder to shoulder. And, yeah, you guys spot him. Talum and Orion, you guys spot him moving through the crowd. And he's heading south past the Grand Sook.
Well, we do have other places to be. Do we actually,
Yep.
We got. You can follow him yourself, but we got money to earn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you fix my ouchies before I go in, please?
Why are you gonna fight him again?
Maybe.
You're gonna lose to him again? I mean,
Are you gonna be there to watch?
look. If you're gonna fight him, I don't think healing you is gonna make much of a difference.
Give me a
Pretty
good
much.
chance.
You had a good chance and you lost.
I didn't actually fight.
I would
You went
say
down in 6
And
seconds.
he's gone now. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I would just say wait. You'll get your chance again later.
Goddamn
I'm
right
sure.
I will. I'm mad.
He's a very
Right
recognizable.
Well, he's
gladiator.
going somewhere. Like he's doing something shady. He just left. I don't like this.
What?
No,
According to
he's
the
a
map,
shady guy. He's 100% in on the Lich's plan. I know for certain.
according to the
Yeah,
map,
sure.
there is a coliseum over there, so that's probably where if he's famous.
Anyway, you know the guy who's not shady? The guy that just went up to this random man and stared at him for a solid half minute.
I was just getting to know him, man, and then he gave me a bloody nose, and I whatever. Let's just do the thing. What are we here for?
We have to collect the debt.
Yeah, we need gold.
We could have gotten gold if we had stabbed him in an alley. I'm just saying.
Well, did you see many pockets on him?
Sure.
I don't think there's anything in this prison wallet.
Prison wallet.
Fine. Let's do things. Productive.
Okay. You guys head over to Executioner's Run. You move between these two ancient-looking ziggurats, and on the near side of Executioner's Run, you find Klahu, waiting for you guys. Oh, friends! I am so happy that you came. She greets you with a smile.
A lot of things to do, but this was a clear opportunity, so we need to take it.
Yes. I need some able-bodied debt collectors. Sometimes it is hard to get the money out of people. You need to squeeze a little tight.
Well, hopefully it doesn't go down like that, but we'll see.
Alright, friend. Oh, you have a new friend with you? Oh, he looks kind of shithouse. He looks very hurt. His head has a big blood patch on it. Is he fine? Or
He tried making love to, a water barrel. Didn't go so well.
For a water barrel out a window at me.
Well, he did it for a good reason. He tried to protect me, and I pat him on the shoulder.
Oh man.
And he heals 7.
Well, thank you.
A water barrel? Oh. Have you an enemy? Have you done something wrong?
Not unless people don't like the church.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, you should take care. Anyway, you're ready to collect the debt then?
Of course.
Very well. I am here on behalf of my entity. Anyway, Taban. He'll be at the Thundering Lizard now. My sources say that. You can go there and collect the money, please.
Right. Which way is the Thundering Lizard?
That's literally where we live.
Okay, so we came over here for nothing. Right,
Well,
start heading that way.
Nothing?
We had-
How would you have known where he is if you had not come and met with me?
Could have told us
Exactly.
Come on,
Now,
let's go.
this man, Taban, I must warn you, he is strong. He is one of the honor guard for the Mountain Prince. He is
I'm
a filthy
happy.
smoker as well. You'll find him over near the water, smoking down some weed. That's how you'll know it is him. He's the only honor guard that smokes. He goes around to the side because honor guard is not meant to smoke.
Well, let's just say Orion's intuition was actually spot on point.
What?
Yep.
That's Ragdoll, though. You don't know what he's doing.
I'm not. We can do both. That's fine.
But before we leave, other than the smoking, are there any other buttons we can push? Any other leverage we can apply to maybe get this gold easier?
He also does collect his friend. Just remember, 500 gold I need. You will collect 1/10 of that.
Does it have to be gold? Can it be in goods?
The debt must be paid with valuables, gemstones or
Alright.
coins.
Alright.
Your pay is 10%.
How can we make coin over around this place?
By starting here.
Well, on we go.
Yep.
Alright, you guys push through the crowded streets of Port Nyanzaru, heading through the merchant district, the market ward. Thundering Lizard's number 18 down here.
Well, since we're going to be fighting one of the honor guards, I'd do a little love tap on Orion for 10 HP, since he is missing those 10 HP.
Why do you use this?
Thank you.
Wait, no, never mind. I know why. Never
What's
mind.
up?
I was gonna say, why did he assume we're gonna fight? But you know, I understand now.
At this point, I don't expect us not to fight.
Well, I mean, even she said that he's strong, as in we're about to fight him. Come on.
That and
Yeah,
Orion's
yeah.
not going to leave there without fighting him.
Maybe it could have just been a warning not to fight.
Yeah, you
The
definitely
honor guard is
you get a hint
Go
that she's looking for some debt collectors with muscle.
That and she already advised us about the wounded. They were going to be okay.
Okay. You guys head on over to the Thundering Lizard, and you don't see Hugh or Musharib or any of your other friends along the way. And so this Thundering Lizard is set up near the water. So I just had to sneeze. So there is just like a low stone wall with these wooden beams around the backside of the building that look out over to the ocean. You can just see the glistening waves, and the gentle sea breeze does little to cut through this extreme humidity as you're walking around Port Nyanzaru. Being only your second day that you've been here, the heat is still quite unbearable. And you're beginning to wonder if you'll ever get used to it because the humidity is so intense. But it's a clear day, there's no rain, there's not really much wind or anything. And you pass by the Red Bazaar, and there's all manner of exotic curio being offered for sale. And then you come around to the side of the Thundering Lizard, and you don't believe who you see leaning against the wall with a big rolled up joint in his mouth. And you can smell this scent of manga leaves in the air. It's Ragdoll.
You can smoke that shit.
He's putting the joint through one of these like little holes in his helmet.
Back to the taker.
And it's coming out the other holes.
Yeah, when he breathes out, there's like 6 little funnels of smoke that come out of his helm. And as you guys come around the corner, he quickly like flicks it into the ocean and stands up. You! What do you want?
Well, I want something. I'm gonna let the talker over there do some talking first, and then maybe later we can get to the fun stuff.
So yes, we are here to collect a debt. Actually, it seems like you placed some bets with a bookie, Kalu.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm forbidden to bet. I'm an honor god.
Well, it seems like I believe it's a she believes differently because she says you owe her 500 gold, and we're here to collect it.
Can I insight check on if he actually believes what he's saying?
Sure.
And aren't we here to collect a debt on Taban?
Yeah. The person who you're looking for is Daban. Alright, tell him. I mean, you don't even really need to insight it to tell this guy is not shy about breaking rules. You just blatantly caught him smoking manga leaves around the side of the building. And he's not supposed to do that.
Well,
yeah, this guy introduced himself as Ragdoll, so this is not to ban, but he is smoking manga leaves around the side of the building. And he sort of stands up and he just sort of kinks his neck from side to side. So,
Are you allowed to be smoking that here?
Smoking what?
I'll point to it like this. I'll try and grab it.
He flicked it over the edge into the
I'll point
water.
it then. I'll point it.
It's like there's like waves crashing against rocks a good 30 feet below, so it's gone.
Okay, I'll say that cigarette.
You can smell it. Huh. Oh, so
You're on duty, aren't you?
last I remember, you're just a few punks loitering around Golden Throne.
Well, I'm gonna have you reported if you for that.
But this is not Golden Throne. Again, we were sent here to collect the debt, and the person's description, it matches yours exactly.
Oh, is that so?
Alright.
What are you gonna do about it?
Hey, Petra.
Yeah.
Can I do the thing?
It seems like he doesn't want to pay, so yeah, sure.
It's been like 5 seconds.
You ready, buddy?
Tariq could turn into a dinosaur real quick for you guys.
No, I got this. You ready, Ragdoll?
Shit, no, I want to see this. I got 10 golden Ragdoll.
I want to see this. Give me your best shot.
When you would be taking
Yeah,
10 golden Ragdoll.
Yeah, I want 10 golden rector as well.
I warn you.
I don't have 10 gold.
You'll have one shot, one opportunity to seize everything that you ever had.
Well, looks like I better capture it.
Are we fighting Eminem?
Can we rap battle? Holy shit.
Mom spaghetti.
Just you saying Mom Spaghetti.
Look at your knees.
You'll win it.
They're weak. I can sense your palms are sweaty. Is that vomit?
Can I bash him with my shield?
Why are you wearing a sweater? Alright, you're putting a shield on?
Oh, I assumed I had. Yeah. I just want to bash him with my shield.
Alright, make an athletics check.
Alrighty.
Remember, nobody talks about what happens here.
He just stands there.
Oh, that's acrobatics. Sorry.
That's alright, you got a 19, so 23. Alright, he stands there, puffs his chest out. You can just see his glistening abs, just sort of reflecting in your eyes a little bit, Orion. And,
I don't like this guy at all.
He's very, very staunch. This dude is huge and he's absolutely ripped. And you
Does
just
he make you feel insecure?
Yes,
That
it
your
is.
sexuality
you
path?
just grab your shield, Orion, and just sort of you reel back and you just throw like all your weight into the shield bash, just sort of jumping in the air, just absolutely haymakering him with the shield. And you just bounce straight off of his chest. And he
My
chuckles.
shield dead.
Now it's my turn. And I'm gonna roll initiative
God damn.
as he
this
gets
guy.
ready to have his turn. Alright, Victor, you're up.
I'll just hold my action again.
For what? What action are you? You can't hold your action, but you can ready an action.
I tell you what I'll do then. I want to behind Orion. I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Come on, Orion, you got this." I've got 10 gold on it. Yes. I
Alright.
went away.
Okay, give him resistance. Calendar.
I'm gonna go up and slap him around a bit.
That is a miss. He like spins his shield around in his hand and hits off your rapier.
And I'm gonna disengage.
Orion.
So this is important to my image of myself as a man. So I will rage. And I will try to stab him. And this is reckless.
Okay. He steps to the side, you lunge forward with the rapier, and he just puts you to shame, Orion. This guy's like a gladiator. True and true.
Damn, he has more than
Grunts.
16 hours.
Well, shit.
Tariq.
I cast Fairy Fire.
Alright, you drop a fairy fire. What color?
It's green.
Alright. A big blanket of green fire appears above him and falls down. And Ragdoll tries to get up his shield, but a bit of it wraps around him and he starts to glow bright green. Attacks on him will have advantage.
And then I turn into a dinosaur.
Would you like to specify what kind of dinosaur?
The Deinonychus.
Okay.
And I rush over here, and that's my turn.
Petra.
Right, so I'm going to Eldritch. If I Eldritch Blast, I get advantage, right?
Yep.
I will do Eldritch Blast.
He dives out of the way of that. He just sort of sidesteps and hits it away with his shield. Talon.
Alright. I walk over here. Halberd attack. Okay. And
your attack just falls short.
yep, and good luck there, Orion.
Alright, as the dinosaur comes around behind him, he instinctively spins around, tries to hit the dino. And he hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw. Just shield checks you. Alright, hits you on the leg and knocks you to the ground, prone, Tariq. And as he's doing that, he spins around, sort of stands up, and this dude moves quite aggressively. Ha! He roars and he comes in with his spear at Orion. He misses you with that attack, Then he spins the spear around in his hand. And then he comes in again. As he tries to find an opening with another spear attack at you, Orion. And he catches you for 5 points of damage. It just puts a slight scratch on your arm. Victor.
I run over here. I'll pull out a dart from my coat. And I'll say, for ill matter, I'll throw it, and I'll do it non-lethal. I've got
You can't do it
sharpshooters.
non-lethal, but
Well, I'll try.
sure. That's a crit.
I've got a sharpshooter as well.
Yep. Alright, you take that dart, Victor, and you throw it, and all of a sudden it just hits him straight in the neck. Like directly into his neck.
And then I think I should make a move.
There's just like this sudden break in the fight because this guy's just taken a dart to the neck. And everyone just stops for a brief moment and looks around. And then Ragdoll just grabs the dart out of his neck, throws it onto the ground, a bit of blood sort of spurts out of his neck. But he doesn't even flinch. He just grunts a little bit.
Oh.
Calendar. That is a miss. He spins his spear around, hits off your rapier with his spear tip.
Then I'm going to disengage again.
Orion.
So not reckless this time because of fairy fire. Stab him in the face.
Oh, were you reckless before? I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I forgot to mark a bit. It wouldn't have changed anything. Alright, this time you lunge forward and you drive the rapier straight into his leg. And he just chuckles. Tariq.
First is attack as a bite.
That hits. I presume you're standing up as well, right?
Oh yes, I'm standing up.
Alright, you leap up and you bite onto his arm. And he's trying to just like sort of shake you off as you dig your teeth in deep. That hits. Alright, you slash a claw across him and you can see the many similar shaped scars all across his back.
Does 15 hit?
No, so it was lagging. Then he finally just sort of grabs you and throws you off. And yeah, 15 misses. Petra.
Right, so I'm telling the dead.
Spell has no effect. Callum.
I'm surprised about that dino there, but what am I gonna do is, since I see he's a little bit a beefy boy, bless goes up. I bless Calendar, Tariq, and Victor.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Ragdoll turns around to you, Tariq. Huh. Nice trick, little one. Slain a dozen of you. The good thing is, killing an animal is not a crime. I'll gladly take that opportunity. And he tries to shield bash you, Tariq. And he just smacks you straight in your side with the shield for 9 bludgeoning damage. You need to make a strength saving throw. He knocks you to the ground prone. And he draws back his spear and attacks you again, Tariq. And he hits for 11 points of damage.
That knocks me out of my dinosaur form.
Okay. And you'll just need to make that concentration save again when you take the damage. You'll take 1 damage as Tariq. He hits you and then you just you puff into back into Tariq. And the force of that drops the fairy fire. Huh. Well, pretty sure goblins don't have the same rights as well. And then he attacks you again, Tariq. And
Oh my god.
he hits you for 24 points of damage. He just drives a spear straight into your gut.
I howl.
He then pushes through you and interposes himself here. Are you not entertained? Victor.
I'll say, get up, little one. I don't want you to die. Do a healing word on the goblin. Oh, really bad healing word. Sorry.
You forgot to do the plus whatever it is.
You get wisdom modifier onto that.
Don't know why that hasn't. It's not on the. Hang on. I'll sort that out later. So it's plus 3.
I'll fix it up for you. There we go.
To 4. And then I'll throw another dart. What is this creature? I don't have the advantage.
Alright, you throw the dart, it misses him, it goes through the window and hits like the dartboard in the actual tavern itself. And you hear the barkeep call out, "Bullseye!"
Where's the green glow?
Calendar. "14 is a miss. He expertly strafes to the side of that attack.
And I expertly disengage.
This is how you fight? 6 against 1? He says to you, Orion.
I am frothing at the mouth. I will recklessly attack him.
You might want to get that checked. That froth. And as he's chuckling away, you glance him with the rapier. He steps aside and it just scrapes against his ribs. A line of blood runs down.
You might want to get that checked, asshole.
Tariq.
Tariq is going to turn into a giant spider this time.
Okay.
Do I need to recharge my web before I use it the first time?
It starts off charged. Alright, and can you top your movement to stand up as well, Tariq?
Oh yeah, you use half my movement to stay there.
Wait, who was the other person that was blessed? Oh yeah, it was you, Tariq. Okay, good. Alright, yeah, you get up, Tariq, you sort of just leap onto all 8 legs and quickly spin up some web and just spit it at him. And a big ball of web splatters onto Ragdoll and anchors him to the ground. And he is restrained. What is this?
That's my turn.
Alright, he's restrained, so any attack on him has advantage.
At this point, I'm sick of missing, so yeah.
Alright, the 3 darts just spin around him and they batter him left and then right, and then one directly hits him straight in his chest. And he sort of coughs and splutters. And just seems to just be enjoying the fight. Callum.
A long range poke.
That's a miss. Brings up his
Didn't
shield.
Didn't expect anything more. Alright. Hide behind the back line.
He's going to use his spear to attack the web. And he just slices straight through the web and crawls out of this little cocoon. He's going to step around here. And then he sort of spins and he tries to hit you in the leg with his shield, Orion. And he hits you for 4 bludgeoning damage. You need to make a strength saving throw. He sweeps you off of your feet. You hit the murky, pockmarked ground, and the smell of sea water and urine is kind of strong here, Orion. But your senses have pretty much cut out at this stage.
Doesn't he have the I'm concentrating on the spell though, aren't I? Resistance?
I'm raging, so I have resistance anyway.
Cool.
Thanks, though.
No, resistance is you can roll a d4 on a saving throw.
Well, if he got a 4, that would turn to a 13, and the DC's 15. So
Cool. One of the only things I can do.
Cheers, though. I appreciate it.
you can roll it if you want.
That's cool. I've got other things. I've got other things.
All right, he's going to then attack you with his spear, Orion. And he hits you for 7 points of damage. Narrowly missing your neck. Spins the spear around again. And he throws the spear up into the air, catches it by the blade end, and then he just smacks you as hard as he can over the face. And he just knocks you clean out.
You got 4 attacks? Because he used one spear to break out of the...
Oh, yes. He psychs you out, Orion. He just stops at the last second. Are you done yet?
Bring it!
Let's continue playing. And then he's going to step up here. Victor.
I'll pull out another dart. I'll say, it will matter. I need a favour. I do divine favour on it. That's all my spells. I'm gonna throw another one, big one.
And you, it just slips out of your hand when you throw it, Victor, and it pretty much hits the ground directly in front of you.
Okay, so I'm now concentrating on that.
Yeah. The resistance goes down. Calendar.
Right. I will drop my rapier and pull out my short bow.
An 18 just hits him. You catch a glimpse of him between like the corner of the building, Orion and the spider, and the arrow hits him along the shoulder, like slicing into his neck. And he grabs onto that wound. And grunts a little bit more. Now that I fell.
Calendar remains surprised nobody inside this pub is reacting to what's happening out here.
You look inside and there's like only a couple of people inside. It's pretty empty at the moment.
Yeah, no, but like the bar's right there.
Yeah, he's watching. He's looking through the window. It's a bit of entertainment for him. No one's about to interject themselves, though. Orion, you can use half your move to stand up.
I will do that. As bonus action, I'll shift to get some temp HP here.
Oh, you've grown some pubes, have you?
You're so cool, and I hate you so much. And I will recklessly attack him.
And
Shit.
he smiles, and as you come in with your rapier, he uses his reaction, and he grabs the handle of your rapier and drags you right up to his face. And you can sort of smell this smoky breath as he breathes down your neck. You're lucky I don't kill you, pal. But I must admit, you put up a hell of a fight. And he throws you back, and 16 misses. Tariq.
Tariq bites him. Big old spider bite.
That is a hit. Alright, you leap on him as he's grabbing Orion, and the mandibles pierce into him. And he does resist the poison. But then he starts sort of coughing a little bit. And you hear him sort of choking. And he just grabs his helmet and throws it off onto the ground. And you can just see this, he's got like wild, unkempt hair, dirt all over his face. And he's about mid-40s, male human. And he doesn't look Cholton actually either. He looks like he's from the Sword Coast, maybe Alaskan. Alright! God damn it! And he pulls out a pouch that's just tucked into his loincloth. And he just tosses it at your feet, Orion. There! There's the damn debt! He stops fighting.
Okay. I go over and I pick up the pouch and I tell Orion, calm down. It's over.
I'll go and pick him up.
I'll take a walk.
I secure the pouch of gold in my mandibles.
Yeah, does it taste nice at least?
And then I skitter back towards the freaking
Alright, everyone calms down a bit after the fight. 1 minute spells end. And Ragdoll just recovers a little bit as well. Inside the pouch, there are 50 assorted gemstones. Sorry, 10 assorted gemstones. Each one is about the size of your thumb. They're worth 50 GP each.
Okay, so the full amount is there. So I will thank him for his patronage. Thank you for your patronage, sir. We will give this to the collector.
Patronage. Huh. You proved yourselves in combat. That's why I'm paying. There is no patronage here. But I admire you. You! He points out you, Orion.
Yeah.
You have impressed me. I am ashamed to be defeated by 6 of you. Even though it clearly wasn't a fair fight.
Sure. I agree.
I have fought a dozen assailants before and been victorious. And you all, no offense, quite weak. But your resolve is the way you work together. I must redeem myself. I cannot be seen in this light by petty adventurers. Allow me to join you. I do not require any pay, for my pay will be my redemption.
I'm okay with that. Again, the more the merrier.
I'll offer my hand to help him up, actually, if he's still on the ground.
I got a very important question.
I can help myself
how-
up.
Well, it's more about the, building bonds and friendship thing. But if you want, listen, if it's private, then
I'm not after friendship. I need to prove to you that I am a warrior of greatness.
Considering how big the party's getting, a very important question is, do we split XP with NPCs?
Like any encounter, if you're helped out by any creature, then in a meaningful way, then yeah, they get a cut of the experience points.
What I figure is that he could be night watch while we're sleeping in the jungle.
I think it's quite cool.
I mean, if anything, I think this guy could probably take on all the other guys we've amassed so far.
So yeah, I have no problem with him. As long as he can fend for himself, then I have no problem with him joining.
Can I make a quick insight check on him?
Sure.
He's great, guys. I think that.
You're distracted by his glistening abs.
Yeah.
Orion's first crush.
Alright, Ragdoll will join you
I
guys.
think he should join us.
Doesn't expect any sort of payment as well. Until he has redeemed himself, he wishes to join you guys.
Sure.
And Ragda is his stage name. I must admit to you, my real name is Taban. That is how I knew you were legitimate. That is how I knew I would be in for a fight. You mentioned my name.
So
Are you
Tariq
ready to go into the jungle?
Speak right now. But,
I will follow you.
He does.
Wherever you may go.
Very well. Start heading back toward the cool. I cannot pronounce that name worth beings.
That was a bit of a scuffle there. Can I catch my breath?
Yeah. I may not be allowed to smoke manga leaf, but hell, I can drink tej. It's on me.
We are next to a tavern.
Very well, let's head in and get a drink.
Alright, he just climbs in through the window.
I'm in as well. What? I can't get in there.
Well, tell him he's gonna be civilized and actually use the door.
In Rome, do as the Romans.
No, I follow him. He's my new favorite person. Where's the window?
Okay.
Can't get in.
Yeah.
Shut it.
Alright, you guys head inside. Tariq, do you head in as a spider? The barkeep shoos you away. Hey! No animal allowed inside. Hey! Get your spider out!
Get your spider out.
The Tariq, if he says that, the Tariq transforms back into a goblin.
Okay.
Get out.
You've turned back into a goblin. There's a nearby commoner just drinking some tej, just minding their own business. And they like sort of look over it at the commotion. And then their eyes just widen as you transform into a goblin. And they look down at their tej. And they look back up at you, Tariq. Look down at their tej again. Look back up at you. And then just put the drink down. And just sort of shake their head. I've got to quit this shit. And then they just exit the tap.
Oh boy.
Inside, it's practically empty at this time of day. People seem to be out doing other things, and there was just that common folk, and Salida is here, eyeing you all. And then there's the barkeep.
Does Leader have any money? Because I haven't got any money to buy any drinks.
Ragda goes up. Tej for all of these. Of course, Ragda. And Ragda comes over and puts down a flagon of Tej. This amber.
Oh, he's the man. Hey.
On me. Drink up, you've earned it. To get this fermented drink made from honey. And you guys can take a short rest. Let me just take a short rest. That's better.
Holy shit.
What?
Just saw the chat.
Yeah, you see he's not actually that beat up at all after that fight, after everything you did to him. So what's the plan then?
Sep, it says my hit dice are D4s. How do I change that?
Where you go to click your hit die, you'll see a little D4 in parentheses. Just change that over to a D8.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a clicking thing. Thank you.
And you'll need to subtract and add the hit points and hit die yourself because the API doesn't work anymore.
We need to have a... Go ahead.
Any XP for that fight?
Yeah. 330.
What's the total XP?
1072. 11. I can't do math.
I have 1072.
Okay.
Mine said level up for some reason. 1077.
Yeah, we should be level 3 with that, but I don't think we do it until a long rest.
Yeah, you guys can level up in between sessions. So after this session, you guys can level up. Or actually, maybe when we take a break. Well, yeah, when we take a break, you guys can level up if you want as well. You can level up.
So
you can level up in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I tell him, we're going to meet the collector and pay off this debt, and then we're gonna go back to meet the prince merchant.
He just looks at Orion. I was asking him, not you, woman.
Oof. We are going into the jungle to kill things soon, which will be fun.
Yes, that is where I'll prove to you the warrior that I am.
Yeah.
Tariq jumps on the table and says, me was warrior too. Me fight hard. Towards Ragda or Taban.
He just sort of grunts. Doesn't comment too much. Salida comes over though. Friends! How are you? Do you remember me? Salida!
Yes, we remember you.
I am still here as your guide. Who is he? And he points to Victor.
My name is Victor. I'm investigating the death curse.
We thought you had other employers, so we hired other guides.
Is this your guide? And he looks at you,
I'm no
Victor.
guide.
She comes straight up to you and...
No, I'm no guide. I don't know where I'm going.
No, we have 2 guides actually.
As she comes up close, Victor, you see like something's like a little bit strange about her eyes. They have these like strange patterns in them, and they kind of narrow. Like her iris is narrow, almost sort of like
I'll
cat's
look
eyes.
away.
What happened to your head? She points to your head. Where did the barrel hit you?
Oh, it's ruined my hat. A barrel fell on my head.
What a barrel? And this is your guide? Someone who has barrels falling on their heads? He is just like the other guides.
I'm not a guide. This is the guide. And I point to the gladiator.
I'm not a guide. So you don't have a guide?
No, we has guide.
Where are they? Who are they? I saw you with the others. Did you not take my warning?
We has dwarf and
Another dwarf.
We have 2 dwarven guides.
2 dwarven guides.
yous go run off after other party and go try sell service elsewhere. We find service that we like. Poof.
You are fools! You're going to trust that one-armed bastard, Hugh? You do realize he suffers from mad monkey fever? And
No, he doesn't.
Tariq? Well, he's an albino dwarf. Do I need to say more?
Me say he's Bino Dwarf. Poof.
How trustworthy is she right now?
Everyone knows you shouldn't trust albino dwarves. They're albino. And,
He is
yeah, you
material.
feel like she's genuinely concerned for you guys. Like, you feel like she's being sincere that you're not making the right choices with your guides. But if you don't care about your lives or finding a way through the jungle, that's fine. Just remember, I know secret trails that appear on no map. Hire others at your own peril. If you do change your mind, I'll be here. And also, watch yourself, she says to you, Victor. And then she goes back
Oh,
to
wait,
her
maybe
own
if-
table.
Maybe we should hire her.
With what money? And besides, this is the first time she actually said about what use is she to the group.
No,
The other
no.
She said secret passages.
She said that when
Well-
she first introduced herself.
Well,
gave
she
you
didn't
a
say it.
flyer.
She
Well,
seemed, more,
yeah, but
she seemed more interested in ringing us out for coin than helping us before.
Yeah. She just
She-
slowly trash talked about all the other guys
Yeah.
and didn't really say anything about herself. And this is the first time she actually said
It's
what use.
It's there on the handout. This is
Yeah,
like
well,
the
I'm
first
not.
sentence.
Well, not.
If the other guides fail, we can always come back and see about hiring her. Maybe.
what?
We're bringing
No.
6 people. I think we're going to be fine on guides.
We're going to hire every guy.
And then we're gonna have like a community meeting every time we go somewhere.
Just come to the bar.
Are you low on money? Why not
Yes.
Just take the gold for yourself. Who will stop us?
So that's
The
not
other
what
honor
I do.
guards.
They'll not head into the jungle. Pursue us.
Yes, but we will have to come back to the city eventually, and I'd rather have a good reputation than one that's not trustworthy.
Yeah, why not take gold?
Well, I'm also not really down to breaking my word. It's because, I mean, I'm generally a good guy, you know? I kind of tend to keep my job one-sided.
Well, I make my own rules.
You know what, Taban? Me like you. You're a good guy.
I've yet to prove myself to you.
And no follow the rules, just take money, go jungle. We good.
We should talk about something.
What is that?
We do have 500 gold, right? I mean, that we got from Taban here. Do we have to? I mean, I feel we should bring it up, right? Do we have to return it to get a lesser amount of money?
We
Yes.
have gold right here.
It was
We
what
take
we
gold.
agreed upon.
No, I get that, but I thought I'd bring it up, right? 500
Well-
gold.
Well, I mean, if she sent us to deal with Ragda, then she probably will issue an even bigger reward to whoever brings us down. And there might be, significantly stronger, like maybe 6 Ragdas over there.
And if we want any future help from this place, or any future jobs, I should say, from this place, we probably shouldn't leave off with stealing.
Right, suddenly you guys hear this
500
loud voice. I'm telling ya, it's pronounced GNOME! No, friend. It is gnome. It is GNOME! Do you not know how to read? GNOME! GNOME! Like knife! You see Hugh and Musharib enter the tavern. And
Guys, I think we've just been gnomed.
I hop up on the table and I wave furiously at them.
Is the half orc or the orc with them?
No.
I think they lost your friend.
No,
He wasn't with them.
Yeah, he wasn't with them. They were hanging around near the Thundering Lizard, and Undrill went off to the Grand Sook to get supplies for himself to head out to the jungle. Ah!
He does that right.
We're gonna settle this once and for all, Musharib. Haha. And then we're gonna see who's right. Friends! Musharib here. He's getting a little bit confused about spelling and that. Now we need some clarification from you all. Is it pronounced GNOME or gnome?
Gnome.
Gnome.
Alright, everyone who says GNOME, make a deception check.
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
no.
isn't that legitimately how it was pronounced back in the past? Like, because the G became silent afterwards. Because people just got lazy.
It's pronounced gnome.
No. I will bring up Wikipedia to prove my point.
Wikipedia has nothing to do with this. It's pronounced gnome. That's how it's said.
I say gnome.
Ah. And Musharib
Goblin.
shakes his head. No. It is pronounced gnome. G is silent. Ah. Some of you are saying gnome, and some of you are saying gnome. Which is it then?
Who
Gnome.
knows? Nobody really
Does-
knows
Did he
what
say-
I
the
know.
gnome is
I-
about.
Does Volo's Guide to Monsters have a pronunciation for it?
Go find the gnome and ask him.
I don't think there's gnome in the Volo's guide. It's not in there.
What, you're saying gnomes are not monsters?
So, they just come to a bit of a stalemate. Ha! Well, you'll say it your way and I'll say it mine. Like, potato. No one says potato, Hugh. Well, I do. Huh! Give me some of that Tej. And he looks over the table. Anyone not drinking that Tej? You know, 'cause if you're not, then waste not, want not.
I slide
usually
him mine.
don't, but I feel obligated to because we have a new party member.
I slide him mine.
He takes it. Ah, thank you, lassie. Alright, Musharib. We've had a productive day, we have. And how are yous going?
We still have business in the city.
Alright. Well, me and Mushroom here. Gonna hang out for a bit. I've got your ration still, Calendar and lady. So, you just say when you're ready to head off.
Probably tomorrow, early in the morning, maybe, because we, might need a little rest after today.
Yes, and we should start heading out as well because we have several things to do today, as to go back to the collector, then to the merchant prince, and then to that prophecy that we were.
Actually,
you mean prop heavy.
It's nice to finally meet somebody that can speak the English language.
By the way, while we're at it, since I see that this Ragdoll guy really likes mango leaves, I give 5 of mine to him. the ounces.
Oh, hey! Keep it down below the table. Thanks.
No problem. Enjoy.
You guys leave the Thundering Lizard. Ragdoll seems to just be following Orion everywhere he goes. So where do you guys like to go now?
Yeah, we'll go to the deck collector first.
Okay. Back to Klahu.
Onwards we go.
Alright, it's getting later in the day now. It's well past midday. Mid-afternoon. The heat and the humidity is building up. It's you're just sweating profusely as you head through the streets. As you swing by the Grand Sook, you see Undril. He waves you down, tell him, and he has a horse behind him.
Well, you're not very good at following instructions now, are you?
What? Sir? No, I'm trading. You see, I started off with a horse. I managed to sell it. And I got some incense. And I got some jade amulets. A dozen of them. I went and traded them through the market. I got 4 donkeys, 2 sheep. And I swapped them off for some rare quail eggs. I managed to swap them around. I did some more wheeling and dealing. Swapped some amber. And I kind of ended back up with a horse.
He's not allowed to do this now, is he? He's not allowed to sell anything since he doesn't have permission from the.
You're allowed
guys,
to trade.
right?
You're allowed to trade
Oh.
and sell within the Grand Sook. You're just not allowed to, set up your own market store without permission.
Oh.
And so turns out they only sell horses here. But I did get the rations and the other stuff.
Wait, you did get them or didn't?
I did some trading and I winded up with a bit extra stuff, here and there. Damn, some thief tried to pickpocket me, so I grabbed him and picked him up by the legs. I think he was a halfling, could have been a child. Anyway, I shook him and all his coins came out, so I took them off of him. Sent him on his way. Pretty sure it was a child.
Well,
I say
so basically, you should probably sell all the, the livestock and the riding horse, because you cannot take it with you in the jungle. They are gonna die.
Well, I had an idea. You got a canoe, right? We get 2 canoes. Put 2 of the horse's legs in one canoe, and 2 of the other legs in the other canoe.
That's not how that works.
What?
No. Let's hear him out. I'd pay money to see that.
We can't shun all his ideas.
Who is this fool Orion?
Oh, sorry. No, like, get serious because I want to look cool for Ragda. He's nobody. Don't worry about it. Whatever.
I'm just over at the horse, just petting the horse, like talking sweet nothings into the horse's face, feeding it apples that I pilfered from other stalls.
The horse is very friendly and it's well trained and just it whinnies and it eats the apples. It's very nice.
Well, Andrea, let's just put it like this. You do you, but what you need is food for yourself for, 20 days trip, and also water, 20 days trip.
Yeah, I got all that.
And if you got all of that, you should probably wait for me in Thundering Lizard, the place where you found me. And
what about my noble steed, sir? Every knight needs a steed, or every squire needs a steed.
Well, if you can get a dino steed, good for you, but a horse is not gonna cut it in the jungle.
A dino steed? What sort of animal is that?
Well, I don't know, like some kind of dinosaur thingy that could actually, carry your weight while also traveling in the jungle.
Do you know where I could get one from?
Well, the same way you go to the Thundering Lizard, there's that big red bazaar, and there's also the big gateway. You just go out of it, go straight, and there should be like a dinosaur pant.
Oh,
but
okay.
You know where's Red Bazaar, right?
Yes. And he jumps on his horse. I won't
Before
let
he
you down,
leaves,
Captain.
Before he leaves, I pull out the map and I show him exactly where it is. It's right here. We are here, and it is right here.
Tariq anchorage. Very well. And he salutes you. I'll procure my steed and report back to you at the Thundering Lizard, my captain.
Do you want to take bets on what he returns with?
So I'm just letting you guys know that my fuse blew again.
Well, I'm just saying that we're gonna be going by canoes, but he's very persistent about his steed, so let him do whatever he wants at the moment.
We'll worry about it later.
Maybe
Exactly.
he gets Ceratops.
Who is he?
We have to escort
Talim's
him.
a little buddy.
Yeah, I got the mission for him to, send him to one of the forts for the, what was it? The Iron Gauntlet.
Yeah, I think it was Iron.
Yeah, you're supposed to take him to Camp Vengeance to meet with Commander Niles Breakbone to reinforce them. Basically, they need more men there.
Yeah, and do I know who is Breakbones? Do I know if he's Halfork or not?
You just know him from his rank, Commander. So he's above you.
Well, I'm just curious if he's Halfork as well.
No, you don't. You only know him from his rank. You don't know him personally. You've never met the guy. You just know that he's a commander.
Okay. Well, I'm just guessing because of his surname that he might be.
Could be. Alright, so you guys head over to Klahu. Friends. Oh, Taban. Do you have my money?
I got the payment here, and I hand her the bag of gems.
Oh, thank you. I am surprised that he paid up. You must have really beat the shit out of him. tried for many 10 days to get the money from him. I had to resort to Jessamine. You do know who Jessamine is, right?
Would I know? I don't know personally.
No, none of you guys know. Sounds like probably a merchant prince. Jessamine. She is responsible for mercenaries. She is the authoritative figure. If you need someone to disappear, you'll see Jessamine. But we do not have to visit Jessamine now. Here's your payment, and she takes 150 GP. After this assortment of gemstone, lapis lazuli, diamond, pearl, bloodstone, emerald, jasper, amber. You can pick which one you want.
Diamond.
I got a diamond.
Okay. Here's your 50 GP diamond.
Is that one or one for everyone?
That's just one. She gives it to Petra.
I look at the party and I tell them, is it okay if I give this to Victor so he can buy supplies? Everyone okay with that?
I mean, since Victor's not geared, I mean, that only makes sense.
What do I need then?
He threw a dart that I'm pretty sure almost killed Ragda by itself. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's earned his keep.
Oh well, I give Victor the 50 GP diamond. And I tell him pretty much you're gonna need 20 days worth of food and water, plus some incense for bug repellent.
Okay, so out of game, how much is that?
Alright, everyone's got 50 days of trail rations, and 60 days worth of insect repellent. So you'll need the same.
And then insect repellent.
I'll calculate that for you, and I'll let you know shortly.
Cool.
Right after this break.
What else do we need to do today?
We have to go back to the merchant princes to talk for this guy, for the monkey.
That's right.
Alright,
and then we have the.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And then we have the premonition at the temple.
Gotcha.
The rations cost you 25 gold pieces, Victor. And the insect repellent. So, it's like a mosquito coil, basically. And then there's also like an actual gourd, a salve that you put on. So, you need 3 gold pieces plus. Yeah, that's it. So 28 gold pieces. Okay. So you can head down to the drop by the Grand Sook now if you want and get that.
Yeah, I'll grab all that.
They give you 22 gold pieces change.
Okay, I'll hand that back to the party then. Wait, the 22.
Okay, so we'll split the 22 between the 6 of us, best as we can.
Right. Do you want to split it or just someone hold on to it? Might be easy, just someone hold on to it.
Then I'll hold on to it. I put it under my thick.
Okay. Alright, so you guys drop by the Grand Sook and get those supplies for Victor. And it's getting close to nighttime now. You head back to Golden Throne?
Well, I think we're passing by the church before we can get to the Golden Throne.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Alright, so you drop by the Temple of Severus. Okay, I'll move you guys over there. And Annette's actually there at the Temple of Severus when you guys arrive. She's not at Golden Throne, like you may have expected. It has been close to 6 hours since you left at this stage. Let me just get Mr. Victor onto the map here. Okay, you arrive at Golden Throne. sorry, not Golden Throne, Temple of Savras. See a few acolytes milling about. Grandfather's Tempe's there. Annette is just waiting near the altar, and she comes up to you all. Oh, friends, I have found you once more. Yes, Savras told me to wait here, so that I may come upon you all.
How did the meeting go?
Not well, friends. Not well.
What happened?
I was unable to convince Quaothi to spare the dying man. That is what has happened. I did not want to push the matters. It may have brought about retribution upon the Church of Savras. But it is not our problem anymore. He has done wrong, and he shall be punished for his crimes. This is the way of our laws.
Well, now the dying man is actually a dying man.
Also, for collecting the debt, you guys get 55 experience points for completing that quest. But I may have a way to still spare his life.
How is that?
Quail said that she is willing to forgive Amala's lapse in judgments, provided that you will do her a service.
What service is this?
I cannot speak of it in front of Grandfather's Tempe.
Very well, let's get his premonition and then we will speak about it outside.
Ah, my children! So you have arrived. I have been waiting for you all. Savras foretold your arrival.
Yes, we're sorry we're coming so late. We had other things to attend to, unfortunately.
Do not worry, my child. Sometimes time is only relative and unimportant. Taban also doesn't seem too comfortable here. He just crosses his arms and leans against this post. My children, come before me. Come before Grandfather Zembe. I must admit, when those thugs came here, demanding that I divine for them, I sensed great evil in them. And when I'd heard that adventurers have flocked to Cholt to look for this soulmonger, I was in great disbelief. I do not believe the curse has anything to do with Cholt. However, I have consulted the guides, and within the great ball, I saw visions of a jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. I delved deeper into this forgotten city, and I came to a black obelisk draped in vines, but I dared not peer any deeper. I believe this is where the soulmonger lies. I urge you to seek out this city and this obelisk.
Does the city have a name?
I did not see any names. The city looked forgotten and overgrown. The streets were unmarked. Just snakes. Snakes are what I saw.
Any direction, possibly, that it might be in?
Yes. Far to the south.
Was there anything else that caught your eye around the area? Maybe mountains or anything else?
Yes, enclosed by cliffs. Did you listen to anything I just said? Now, I will not go any deeper into this divination. There is some foul magic afoot.
Very well. We thank you for your help.
Look after my net. Please.
Of course. Start heading out after that.
Taban gets up off this corner post and sort of grumbles. What's all that about?
We're heading in the jungle, maybe. We're getting a heads up.
So you're those idyllic adventurers are gonna try and stop this death curse, huh?
Yes.
I don't know why you'd want to. Seems like it's only fair if you die, you stay dead. That is your punishment for being
It's affecting the
weak.
weak, the crippled. It's affecting everybody.
From what I've heard, it's only affecting those who have cheated death.
The thing that started it killed my tribe. My old tribe. So I'm hunting him.
Perhaps that was for the good. Perhaps that is a sign that your tribe were weak and have fallen previously.
Then no matter will protect them.
Alright, when you guys get out of earshot of Grandfather Zatembe, Annette just pulls you guys to the side. She looks around like a little bit nervous. I could not tell you this in the presence of Grandfather Zatembe because I do not agree with this. But what Quaothi wanted is for me to kill a man.
Which man?
He goes by the name of Shago. I was asked to kill him within the next 10 days, no questions asked, and speak of the deed to no one else. But I'm only telling you this because I want to be honest with you. But I know that we're not going to go ahead with this.
Where is Shago?
But, I mean, why do you need to know that?
Me save guy, bad guy die. No harm, no foul.
Oh, well, I trust your judgment. This man, Shago, he works as a guide out of Fort Balurian.
We should think about doing this, only because a merchant prince asked us to. And because it saves a person.
Possibly.
Where's Fort Balurian? Do we know?
Pull out the map. Should This one? Fort No, that's Fort Nazar.
I'll
Port.
go over to the map for you guys.
Would I know where Fort Valorian is?
You all know where it is on the map. Let me just update this quest for you guys. So, okay. So this quest actually has some resolution. Or some development, sorry. If I can find it. Alright, so if you do continue on with it, that's it. Query is willing to forgive Amala's lapse in judgment provided you agree to kill a man named Shaker. We'll go over to the map of Chult. Fort Valorian's on the northern tip of the peninsula.
Yeah.
How many days away?
Right?
7 days.
That is annoying. If it saves a man's life.
I guess we can do it.
Well, I mean, the problem with that, even for me, is how do we sacrifice all the lives that are gonna die because of the death curse to just
I agree with you. Death curse is more important.
Okay, that was suspiciously quick on the draw.
Well,
Fly right past it. Should we? I mean, our other options are to go to Camp Vengeance and do the Membala thing. This seems a little bit more pressing, I guess.
but the thing is, if we go to Camp Nabala if we go to the Camp Vengeance first, then we're gonna run out of days before we can go to Camp Fort Valerian to deal with this guy. Because you only have 10 days to save this guy.
Hey, Tariq,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Valorian really close. We go Valorian, we do Guy, we come back, we save Guy.
But we're not even
Happy,
getting
save.
enough to saving him.
Say again.
We go Valorian, we kill Guy.
Sorry to Kalendor, he was really quiet.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't have the time.
Yeah, I can't hear you, calendar. I've got you up to
You're being
200%.
awfully too loud.
What if this Shago is also innocent?
Oh, me never thought of that.
We can always question him when we're there.
Well,
Well,
and if he is innocent, we just spend 14 days of traveling for nothing, and we will lack the supplies to get to Camp Vengeance, and probably even fail. And I will probably fail by that time.
There is
You'll be okay.
there are ships and boats and stuff you can get too.
With
Well,
what
by
money?
But
It's not that expensive. It's like a silver piece per mile.
So,
a mile. I think.
by ship, how long would it take and how much?
A couple of days, probably. If that, one day.
Oh,
It's 100 miles. 2 days max.
alright. So what the question is, do we think that spending 4 or 5 days in the middle of trying to solve this death curse thing is worth it to save a man's life? Or to kill a man to save another man's life?
How much time did the Cinder have?
Cinder has like 3 months, 90 days, or 89 days.
Oh yeah, there's this thing.
Well, there's also we don't know for sure. Like, it's an estimate. Ugh.
I am up for, I guess, helping the dying man.
Well, I mean, if we can actually afford, yeah, we can afford the trip, then why not? I mean, it's not going to be then that expensive for us to actually get there.
Do you all want to? I'm just thinking about everything this would entail. Do you want to leave our dependents and NPCs here and just run over there real quick, and then come back, and then 4 or 5 days from now go into the jungle?
So yeah, a sailing ship can do 120 miles in a day, so you can get there in 1 day.
Oh,
Even better.
yeah.
So why don't we spend today getting a ship, so that way the day that we were going to do it, pretty much since we would get there tomorrow, technically.
You probably don't think any ships are going to head out overnight, but you probably get one first thing in the morning. The ships wouldn't usually sail that sort of journey at night time. But anyway, you've taken a look at the map. There is plenty of ships. There's like a full dock ward in Port Nyanzaru.
So yeah, I'm for it, because in the end it will help us, I guess, with the merchant princes getting on their good side if we need anything from them.
What if this Shago guy is innocent?
Well, I mean, there's multiple ways of doing this, technically. Because even if we don't kill him, we could just, like, make him disappear or something like that. Tell him to get off this peninsula or whatever, and just, start a new life.
You want to trick a merchant prince?
Wow.
Tricking merchant prince makes short life.
You got a short life.
Is it worth it? Is the 2 or 3 days worth it? Is what we have to ask ourselves.
Well, at least we'll have experience on saving people.
Me no dying guy. Me no Shago. Dying guy make nice monkey. Tariq like monkey.
So in chat, I guess put nay or yay if you're for.
So I'm not against it, so just put abstain.
You got my vote, Orion.
Come on. Okay, I'll help the. Oh, okay.
The nays have it.
Yep. So we're not doing it, I guess.
Tariq looks downtrodden and very upset and sad.
That's enough to change my vote.
And pitiful, like like only a Batiri goblin could.
Well, I mean, I'm just voting nay because, yeah, if he's actually innocent, that's kind of against my oath, basically.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know if he's innocent or not. We would have to question him before we actually did the deed.
The contract is for no questions asked. It's just
we can't ask her questions. We can't ask the merchant for questions, but we can always ask Shago.
I'm also on Init's side. Like, I don't want to really kill literally everyone just for sport. The guy did stupid stuff and basically bought drugs, and what he got is what he knew he would get.
He did do that.
Well, I literally just explained to you why Tariq wanted to go kill the guy. Tariq likes the monkey. Tariq likes the guy, and so he's trying to save the guy by killing this other guy he doesn't know. So
why don't we kill this Amala guy instead? Problem solved. Easy.
I don't think you understand the moral dilemma that we're in here.
No moral dilemma. Me like Amala. Amala make nice monkey. Me no Shago. Shago dead? Oh, fine. Amala live? More monkey.
That Fort Valerian, that's like them flaming fist, isn't it? Huh. They think they own this jungle.
Flaming fists aren't the most innocent of people.
Yeah,
Oh.
ever since they came here, they built that fort. They think they own the jungle, charging people to explore it. I heard it cost 50 gold pieces to get one of their writ of passage. Huh. No one owns the jungle. Certainly not them.
Being from Baldur's Gate myself, the Flaming Fist are mostly present there, and they do tend to beat up people to steal their things. From my understanding.
And this is the second time we've heard that the Flaming Fist have like this writ of passage for sale to explore the jungle. So you get the impression that if you run into the Flaming Fist in the jungle and you don't have one of these, it's going to be problems.
So knowing this, Talon, what do you say? And Oran and Calder.
Well, I mean, I don't know the Flaming Fist very well. I mean, I've been recently just to Waterdeep, that's about it. And yeah. I have no idea about that passage thing. It sounds like somebody's got a little bit too much on his head in terms of gold.
Yeah, Flaming Fists in general do not do anything unless there's gold involved, and they will kill people for gold.
Well, then
That's
it even makes me want to go and save that guy even less. Killing some Flaming Fist guys would actually be a pleasure.
Here's what I think. I think that we know so little about the situation, and we're talking about being stuck between two powerful forces, a merchant prince and a Flaming Fist. And we have a very important quest we're already on that we don't have the moral authority to get involved, and we should focus on the things that are more important. I still say no.
As you guys discuss this, night has fallen now, and the streets of Port Nyanzaru come alive with the sound of music, dance, street vendors selling food.
Oh, I say no, and should probably get a ship. So I'll turn mine to a no then. Time's ticking away.
Well, we won't be able to get a ship tonight, so we'll stay at our inns for now, and then I guess go from there. We could discuss it during the night, and then if we decide to go during the morning, we'll go there or go to our original mission.
Okay, so do you guys just want to enjoy Port Nyanzaru for the rest of the night, eat some nice street food, have a drink, and just take a little bit of a load off from a full day of exploration and call it a night, and then make your next plan the next morning?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, you guys head back to the Thundering Lizard, and all of your allies meet you there. Undril also comes back, and does he have the horse or not? We'll find out soon. Alright, we'll take a 10-minute break now. Maybe we'll say 15 minutes, just so we give everyone enough time to level up properly. You guys level up to level 3, and I'll see you guys back at like quarter 2 or something like that. Around quarter 2.
Yay! I can officially fly.
I need to save up for a longbow.
Yeah, me too.
Oh wait, actually, how supportive am I gonna be now? Because the heavy armor is actually killing me at this point. Now I can't decide out of devotion or out of...
Where do you think you felt like in that fight?
Huh?
In that fight we just had, where do you feel more comfortable?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be comfortable in the front lines anymore because I can't use heavy armor. So that's why I completely switched to,
You can use it, just have to take the punishments.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be front line anymore, that's for sure. I have only 13 AC, which is lower than everyone. Yeah. Because
What are you
I have no
planning?
dexterity and I'm using light armor.
It's too much of a. I would go back to some sort of armor.
I can't use any armor, otherwise I'm gonna kill myself in the jungle.
I'll help you carry the armor. And then at least let's just have it. Unless you want to go completely sort of dex build.
Oh no, I'm fine. If this character dies, it dies, and
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with what you call it, and I'm gonna go with cleric, pure cleric, life cleric next, because healing is good. And I wanted to play a cleric for a very long time, but I've been stuck on paladin duty for a very long time as well.
Sorry, my leveling up's gone a bit weird. It keeps bugging out. The cleric level it says at the end, cleric level goes back down to 0, so I'm just changing it. So I got 1 in cleric level, but that's all I'm getting in it.
What's the matter?
It's weird. It's like hang on, let me just apply it and see what happens. I was on 1 cleric, 1 monk, and then at the end of it, on the review, it's saying 0 cleric, 2 monk. So I just went back and changed it at the beginning, but I don't know why it didn't do it.
Roll20 can be a little iffy sometimes.
Screw it, I'm definitely going devotion still. Support class. Support paladin. Supported in.
So I get plus 10 movement.
Besides, I kind of like... I'm actually going to be very, very confused about what you call it. What am I going to be doing with my actions at this point? Because I have so many buffs that I can use now. It's like I have the bless, then I have the sacred weapon, then I have a radiant soul.
Yeah, I forgot to use one of my abilities in that fight. Fuck. Yeah. Because I took a level of War Domain Cleric.
Yeah.
So I could have attacked him again with my bonus action, but I forgot.
Victor,
Don't
you
worry
have to
about
answer this if you think this is too personal, but just for me, is your accent Essex?
Well, my family from Essex, but I'm from Bournemouth. I've been there since I was 8.
I feel so proud of myself. I've been trying to nail down your accent like the entire session.
Amazing.
Yeah, close. But I've done in Bournemouth since I was 8.
Gotcha. I don't want to ask like a too personal question. I know we're all
That's all right. Should
on
gotta go.
Discord.
But actually, if this character is gonna survive for long enough, it's gonna be the basically Lich Slayer. It's gonna be immune to Lich, like just in general.
I don't know, man. We fought a lich in the last session or the last campaign where we were together, and you were devotion then, and we kind of got our asses kicked.
Yeah, but this one's ASMR. It basically has. And oh wait, did you forget that I was a potato and not a paladin at that point?
You were a potato.
Yeah, because I had literally intelligence of what 1 and charisma
that's
1.
right. You were feeble-minded. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I couldn't literally use any of my abilities besides Divine Smite, which I burned like an idiot because I was an idiot. If I could actually do what I wanted to do, I would just pop Aura of Life in that fight, and we don't take damage from necrotic damage at that point. You just the whole party is resistant to necrotic damage.
Shut up. Sorry.
That's right.
I think it was a cat that he hates.
Oh my god, I hate. So, Silent Peak, and Dan already know this, but my girlfriend has a cat, and I hate it with all my heart. And I keep trying to throw it off the balcony, but, you know, my girlfriend might get mad. So every once in a while you might hear a very smug meow in the background, and I apologize for it. Cats are evil. They're good on toast. I'll give you that. But other than that,
I'm feeling better already. With every level, I feel like there's so much more I can do.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm actually gonna have to take off here to run to the store real quick. But I wanted some input on like my new cantrip that I might get. I'm debating on poison spray or frostbite.
I thought new cantrip wasn't until 4th.
It said during the what's it called 3rd level.
Well, I mean, the best ones, I think. Well, I mean,
What were the options?
usually you have to have variety of cantrips, like one at least that is for that has a spell save DC, and the other one for
I already
the
have
AC thing.
I already have produce flame.
Produce flame is also an attack roll. You should have something for
Frostbite is save
attack
DC
roll.
and no frostbite's DC.
Yeah.
And poison spray is a DC.
Poison spray was a very low roll though.
You don't have another cantrip until 3rd level anyway. 4th level
This is
anyway.
3rd level. I thought it was
4th level.
the what's it called said 3rd. I could very well be wrong.
Yeah, I thought everybody gets it at 4th.
Yeah, you should have 2 at 3rd level. Okay, so you guys will take a long rest. It's day 3. You wake up and it's quite a sunny day, but it's raining. Sun shower. It's a very tropical, warm rain. There's still a bright sun shining down, but just still very humid as well. It's cut through the humidity a little bit, but it is raining. You can hear the rain coming down on the roof of the Thundering Lizard when you guys wake up. Also, when Undrill does come back, he had sold the horse, but he says he can't afford a dinosaur.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of also happy you didn't buy one.
I tried to, but they're 100 gold at least.
Well, I mean, don't worry. We're gonna be sailing rowing with canoes anyways, so once you get to the fort, maybe you can at some point save up for a steed of yours. So
that's what I aspire to, Master.
Well, then more motivation to keep you going for the road.
My motivation is my duty, Master. Captain, sir.
Oh, you can just call me Talon. It's fine. I'm no
Captain.
higher in rank than
Captain Talon.
higher than you.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do today?
Jungle? It is, I think.
6th day
Yep,
of
time to start the expedition.
Alright, you guys head out of Thundering Lizard. Again, it's slightly raining. And there's a dozen of you. 12 of you. Hugh just sort of cracks his neck a little bit. Alright! He sort of rolls his shoulders around, stretches a little bit. Tries to touch his one hand to his toes, but he can't stretch that much. The weather is pesh. What? That doesn't stop old Hugh! Are you all ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Was born already. Oh.
Alright. Let's take a look at this map then. And you guys head over to the old city. And you'll exit from there. You're going on foot, right?
Yep.
Until we get inside the canoes.
I'm going to use a sorcery point to cast extended spell for mage armor.
Okay. Alright, that'll get you pretty much the whole day until you sleep. Alright, so you guys exit Port Nyanzaru into the jungles of Cholt. Welcome to Cholt. Our expedition begins, mates! So, I'll just summarize how this jungle crawl is going to work. If my mouse decides to stay on. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, using this map, you guys can identify the hex in which you're currently located. Otherwise, if you're lost, you won't know where that is. But I think Orion has the Outlander feature.
Yep.
So I just throw up that feature in the chat box. Pretty sure it says you can't get lost, right? Is that right?
Maybe.
Oh no, not that feature.
That's all I got.
You can find fresh water, food and water provided that you're in the area. Does anyone have an ability that prevents them from getting lost? Okay, if you're lost, then you don't know what hex you're in. So I will hide the token and you could be in any one of the surrounding hexes.
Well, are we going up by river?
So, you guys will, before you decide anything, I'll just explain all these things to you guys so you understand how it works. So, you guys will determine which direction that you want to go. The guide, or whoever is leading you guys, will do the navigation. If you have 3 different modes of travel as well. A normal pace, a fast pace, and a slow pace. A normal pace is normal. You'll go roughly 1 hex per day. Each hex is about 10 miles across. It's all difficult terrain, so movement is slow. This is trekking through a jungle. There are ravines, there are hills, mountains, there are impassable swamps. It's not going to be straightforward by any means. There may be a variety of different hazards. It could be you can even get lost on the river. There are tributaries of the river that can take you off into wild different directions. It's not straightforward by any means. So a normal pace is 1 hex per day. If you go at a fast pace, then there is a chance that you'll go 2 hexes per day. However, everyone has a -5 to their passive perception score. That'll make you more likely to miss clues or walk into ambushes. Or if you guys get surprised by something, there's a greater chance that everyone will be surprised. If you go at a slow pace, on the contrary, there is a chance that you may make no progress at all. You may only get like a couple of miles or something. But your caution is rewarded. You may be able to move at the same distance as a normal pace. However, you guys can move stealthily. That will allow you to spot threats before you come across them and have a chance to surprise whatever threat it is, or sneak by it. Completely miss the encounter. So you can designate one party member as the navigator. Maybe I'll move all of the tokens of everyone in your party onto this Cholt map as well, because we'll be using this a lot. So you can see a full array of party members.
It's either Tariq or Victor, I think.
Yeah, because it's survival, I believe.
You're not going to use your guide? You got 2 guides as well.
Oh yeah, right.
But I mean, to you guys, it's just you did hire 2 guides for this very exact reason. But if you don't want to use the guides as well, it's completely up to you. So,
Well, I mean, we can always choose Mushrib since he's an intelligent one.
Yeah.
And also, you guys need plenty of water to stay hydrated. You've already been told that the water in the rivers and on the ground is unfit for drinking unless it's boiled. If you have a rain catcher, you can also use that to collect rainwater. If you haven't drunk enough water, you risk being dehydrated. If you're wearing heavy or medium armor, you need much more water. And you don't have to worry about any beasts of burden because you don't have any of those. Yeah, don't die. And that's pretty much it. You'll get used to this jungle crawl. So you guys head out, and you'll need to pick someone to navigate for you guys.
Oh yeah, by the way, I have purified food and water, so water shouldn't be an issue while we're by the river.
So we're going by boat, I'm guessing, for now? Or by canoe?
Canoes for rivers, not for the ocean. The canoe will not bode well in the ocean.
Okay, so we have to travel a bit before we can do canoe.
Yeah. So, who will navigate?
I'm up for
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm up for Marib.
All right, I will Tom drill. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for anyone, either you or Mushrib.
We have 2 guides. Can one of them do it with advantage?
No. That would be way worse. If anything, they'd have disadvantage. Two people trying to lead. There's a recipe for disaster.
Look, Hugh has not led us wrong yet. Alright?
You volunteered straight away as well. You're paying me
Look at him.
to lead,
Look at
and
that.
that's what I'm going to do. Unless anyone says otherwise, I'll take us through this jungle.
I'm all down.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So which direction will you guys go? You guys
Well, by the
decide
river.
which direction. You choose which direction, which hex you want to go into. The one to the south of you. I guess you've got
towards
really
that way.
one choice. You go 1 hex at a time, because 1 hex is an entire day of travel.
Okay, so yeah, we have to go into this hex.
Okay. Alright, so there's various different terrains in Cholt. And it can be pretty open terrain. It could be thick forest, it could be in a river, it could be in a swamp, it could be in one of these undead areas. You could be following the base of a mountain or following by a river. Depending on what the terrain is, depends on how difficult it is to navigate. Alright, it's very easy to navigate this terrain here. There's Port Nyanzaru, and then it's just like a cleared, deforested area. So it's kind of like almost like an open plain. Alright, who leads everyone from Port Nyanzaru? and you travel for 1 day. It's just light rain. You travel for the entire day, trekking at a normal pace, I presume.
Yep.
Okay. And you head a whole day out south of Port Nyanzaru. You start to see the city of Port Nyanzaru disappear upon the horizon. And there are a number of trails, just sort of muddy trails leading off into different directions throughout the jungles. And there are some small shacks and whatnot built up around the area. There's a few hermits living outside of the city. And there's even a couple of stopovers where you can just buy some small supplies and whatnot. But you guys are already stocked up and you don't have any encounters. Everyone rests up and you're now on day 4.
Alright, so beginning of the day I'm doing the same. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor with Sorcery Point to extend.
Okay. See? Old Hugh's got no problem navigating this jungle. I know it like the back of me hand. And that was taken by a dragon. Where next?
Start heading again towards the river.
Okay. And someone can sort of trace on the map the route that you guys take as well, using the draw tool if you want. To keep a track of your journey. Alright, Hugh, he leads again. Alright, today's weather is rainy. It's pretty heavy rain as well. It's not like a storm or anything, but it's bearing down on you guys. It doesn't affect your travel in any way. Hugh navigates. And he's doing very well. He takes you further, you're sort of hugging the coast. There are sheer cliffs that are at least a 50-foot drop into the ocean. Waves are crashing against the cliffs, and using that to navigate. Hugh uses the cliffside to navigate and the coast, and yeah, it's quite rough though. You see these thick, sort of foamy waves just crashing against the shore, and there's no way to put the canoes down here. Another day goes by, and you don't have any encounters. It's been smooth sailing so far. You've just traveled most of the day, set up camp, eat dinner, chat, conversate, and everyone seems to be getting along pretty good, considering how many of there you are. You wake up on day 5. Ha ha ha! We're doing well! What's next, mates?
I'm casting the same spell extended for the next day.
Well, I mean, I kind of drew a line. I mean, if that pretty much should work as the route.
Okay. Alright. Southwest it is. He navigates again. Alright, as you guys are traveling for the day, you set up for camp once more. Don't have any encounters. And you're just sort of taking a bit of a load off now. And you notice Hugh's looking at this map. And he seems to be sort of really squinting at it. And he's like holding it and looking at it and looks a little bit confused. Are
we lost?
No, we ain't lost. Just I think I may have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Damn rain, bogging down me vision.
How if I cast light?
And I don't think light is gonna help against rain.
It's
Wait, what?
it's the vision, isn't it?
Dwarves have dark vision, by the way.
A light goes for about 40 feet, and then you're traveling about 10 miles. You're using light sources whenever you can, and yeah, dwarves do have dark vision.
What time is it?
It's nighttime. You guys have set up for camp, so you've got tents. It's raining down quite a lot, and so your water skins are like empty at this stage as well. This is the first time it's rained, so you can use the rain catchers to get water for everyone.
Yep.
Okay, so I got an idea. That's how far would I see if I'm 150 feet up in the air?
You'll see a couple of miles, a few miles. Again, there's the jungle as well, which has a thick canopy.
Well, would I be able to tell a little bit around where we are? On the map, at least.
No. You're not navigating,
No.
so you've got no idea where you could be. And this is completely unfamiliar territory to you, so flying up and looking around is not going to help you. That's alright. Don't worry about it. I'll get us back on track tomorrow morning. Don't worry. Once night goes away and light comes back, I'll take a little look-sees around.
But you got dark vision.
Yes. It's limited, though. Can only see about 60 feet. It's just because... but you're not traveling at night anyway, so... He's just making an excuse. You're only traveling during the day. When night falls, you're setting up for camp.
Alright, I'll go to sleep then.
He just blatantly got you guys lost.
Play on purpose.
Not on purpose. Well, you don't think he would get you lost on purpose.
I mean... Yeah, well, it happens. As long as we're making progress anyways.
Don't worry. And you guys just all go to sleep. You wake up the next day. The rain is persistent. It's just really, really heavy rain. So you wake up, the ground is becoming quite muddy. And your tents are waterproof, though. You've got tents and bedrolls. So you guys don't get wet or anything, but everything is soaked and you have to pack up your camp with this heavy rain just pounding down on you guys. And Hugh's just sort of looking around. And as the day has broken, again, you look around in every direction. You can see just a couple of miles and it just looks all much the same. It's just... it's reasonably sort of clear terrain, but it's quite hilly here as well. And who will navigate for today?
You.
I'll give it a shot.
No, Hugh's gonna navigate.
I'll get us back on track. I will admit I got us lost, but I'm just...
Oh, he's no good.
I will fight you.
Well, just because he got us lost once doesn't mean
And we're not lost, alright? We just don't know where we are exactly on this map.
You saw how heavy. You
Right.
saw how heavy the rain was.
I'm casting the same spell again. So do you want me to keep on repeating it or just assume that I have?
You can assume that you cast it at the start of every day, like that.
Okay.
Perhaps I should lead, Musharab says.
Well, you can try for a change.
I'm fine with Mr. Rook.
I will fight you all.
It's up to you guys. They're your guides, so they do as directed.
Yeah, I'm fine with Mishra.
I'll give him one more try then.
Hugh says, come on! Give me a chance! We've just begun our expedition! I won't lead you astray.
Prove us wrong.
Alright, Hugh navigates. You continue traveling for the day through the rain. And no word if Hugh's found his way or not. You travel for another entire day. And it's becoming apparent at this stage that Hugh has absolutely no idea where you guys are.
Alrighty.
You don't have any encounters again. He's at least led you through a clean route wherever you are. But you'll actually find yourselves now coming across some thick jungle terrain. You're no longer just in this sort of open area. You've hit dense trees with a thick canopy.
So you must be going the right way.
At least we hope.
Well, we're going south. That's all I can tell.
You you start to enter the thick jungle now, and it's very, very dense. Hugh's cutting his way through with a machete. There are vines, there are wild plants with little thorns that catch onto your flesh, and if you try to tug against them, they rip into your skin. There are big pools of water. There's just thick foliage that you have to like go around massive sections of trees and whatnot. And it's just this big looming. There are a couple of sort of paths that Hugh is following, but it's very, very dense. You've never seen anything like this. You can barely see more than 100 feet in any direction, and everything looks the same. And Hugh just, you guys make for camp again. You wake up the next day, and today it is seriously, like the next morning, it is pelting down. There are thunderstorms. It is coming down. You can barely hear yourselves speak. There's strong winds, and you just sort of got like a table set up with some chairs and whatnot. You like have your breakfast and meat, and there's this heavy wind blowing, and Hugh's just yelling. Like you can barely hear each other. There's strong winds that almost knock your tents off, and Hugh just says, "Monsoon! We cannot travel today! The weather! I'd advise you to stay put!"
Tariq agrees.
Very well. We'll tie down everything that needs to be tied down for now, and wait for the monsoon to.
Is the monsoon going to continue through the into the next?
Alright, you use Druidcraft to predict the weather. And nope, it's going to be dry and sunny tomorrow.
We continue tomorrow.
Okay, you guys just
Good weather tomorrow.
bunker down for this entire day, staying in your tents, just having a bit of a relaxing day. The sentiment of the party and the NPCs has started to shift a little bit though, and you hear some of the NPCs start calling to have a new guide. Zandala says, "This Hugh guy, he is a fool. He's led us astray, and now we're stuck here in a monsoon. We should have reached the river by now. Every day that we wait, my father is out there, alone, or with that foul lizard man."
Wizard?
Weather tomorrow is better.
Half dragon.
That's fine. When the monsoon clears, we'll give Mashrib a chance.
mushroom.
Yes.
Alright, you guys just bunker down. It's now day 8. Tracking through the jungle ever since you arrived at Port Nyanzara. It's been 8 days. And thankfully, the monsoon has cleared. And it's there is this
And I
huge
cast-
sun beaming down on you guys.
I cast Druidcraft again.
Okay. Alright, the if you do it now, it'll just tell you the weather for the rest of the day, which is dry and sunny. So yeah, you just see a little golden orb that appears in front of you, little sparkly flakes of light trailing off of it. Alright, so you're all out at your camp. You've got, tents set up in a circular formation. You've got this table which is like half buried in the mud in the morning. And you're just collecting your bedrolls. There's been plenty of rain at least, so you've set up both rain catches, and that's enough to give you guys rainwater for 12 people. So you've already been out in the jungle for 6 days. It's almost a week. You've got no idea where you are. Hugh just shakes his head. We're not lost.
Mushroom would.
I can't portray Hugh, so I'm gonna go off and take a piss behind the tree while this conversation happens.
Can barely hear you there. Silent.
Is this better?
No. I've got you up to 200% and I can just make out what you're saying.
I'm trying to use my headset with my phone, and I'm not sure if it's working properly.
It's not working.
It's not working.
I think you need to use the actual phone's microphone to actually be able to hear you.
Okay. So, yeah, Hugh doesn't seem too happy about, being stood down as navigator, but if you tell him to, and you ask Musharib to lead, then he'll do so.
Yeah. We will ask Miss Rib just to calm the, I guess, the NPCs, because they seem to dislike that he got us lost.
You relax, Hugh. You take the day off from navigating. Musharib will try to get us back on track. And he takes a look at the map and he starts scouting the area.
Is this better?
It's a bit better, yeah. Alright, so you guys just wait as you set up camp. Musharib's already headed off, doing a bit of scouting. And he comes back to you all. I have taken a look around. I believe we are here. Points to an area on the map. If we travel southwest, we could get onto the river Soshenstar.
That would be perfect.
Yes.
Now, I want to point out, Hugh was leading us in the right direction all along.
He was, but he didn't know that he was. It's the problem.
Hugh has such pure instincts. Even when he has no idea what he's doing, he's leading us in the right direction.
Well, at least Musharib can also pinpoint where exactly we are.
Hashtag Team Hugh.
Okay. Musharib leads you guys through the jungle towards the river Soshenstar. You travel for most of the day, and towards the end of the day, before night breaks, you start to find a few tributaries of the river, and when you come across the river, you find 5 creatures gathering water near the river itself. Right, so you're traveling in quite a large group, 12 people, and you guys are welcome to split into 2 separate parties if you ever want to. There is these strange little creatures wearing wooden masks down near the river.
Batiri!
Immediately, Tariq, you recognize them as Batiri goblins, but they're not from your tribe.
There's danger, we get fight.
We can't talk to them?
Bad tribe.
Well, looks
I
like
tried,
we outnumber
though.
them by a bunch. I think we'll be okay.
Perhaps Ragda can protect the other people while we deal with them.
Good call.
Alright, so you come across this group of Batiri goblins. They're just collecting some water down at the river. And they're all wearing these painted wooden masks. They look similar to Tariq, but dissimilar at the same time with their tribal paintings and whatnot. And they turn around as you guys approach. They all have wooden spears in their hands, and they look quite fierce. They start jumping up and down, toting these spears.
I speak to them. I say, goblins, it is I, Tariq. We seek passage with no fight.
Alright, the leader of this tribe, you can tell he's a leader because of his fierce mask. It stands out from the rest. He stands forward, and the other goblins, the other 4 of them, they back up near the river's edge. And then they speak to you in Batiri.
I speak goblin, so I asked them to let us pass, and no harm will happen. We outnumber them by many.
Alright, make an intimidation check, Tariq.
That's a -1, so it's a 14.
Alright, this angers the goblin boss.
Oh, this is our river. You may not come
Get
here.
ready for
Our territory.
Get ready for a fight. I turn to the I turn to the group and say, "We fight."
Okay.
Alright. You guys start attacking them.
Every time.
They didn't
Every
seem
time.
like they were going to fight, but when you approach them, then they all draw their spears and get ready for a fight too.
I have no idea what they said, so.
Tariq said, "Hey, we fight." I'm like, all right.
Alright, Victor, you're up first.
Okay, I say we'll draw our weapons and say, "Get out the way, goblins, we haven't got time." And I'll just launch a couple of, I'll do one of those, and I'll do my war priest.
Alright, sorry, who are you attacking?
The goblin boss.
Alright, you throw a dart, and that misses. It just sticks into the ground.
Oh, damn again.
Alright, so you can only draw 1 weapon per turn. Interact with 1 object per turn, Victor. So for your first turn, I gotta say that you've already got a weapon drawn. So you can draw 1 more and throw it, but after that you'll only be able to throw 1 dart per turn. You quickly draw another dart and you throw it at the goblin boss. And he just has a wooden shield. He holds it up and the dart just sticks into his shield.
What if I use a dart in both hands?
You can draw one weapon per. You can interact with one weapon per turn. You can draw one weapon per turn.
Yeah, but why can't I use a dart in both hands? Got a left and right hand, but what?
You can draw one weapon per turn. That's the rules.
Okay, cool.
That's the rules. Unless you have dual wielder, you can only draw one weapon per turn. You can interact with one weapon per turn.
Okay.
And any movement?
No, I'm done.
Orion.
I look at Tariq questioningly and I like point at my sword, like, yes, no.
I said we fight.
Okay. I will rage and stand there and then attack the goblin boss. Not recklessly.
That misses. He steps back, interposes his wooden shield, and your rapier glances off of it.
Oh, sorry, I have a new rage feature. When I rage, I choose, like, what... Here, I'll put it in chat. Sorry, we're 3rd level now. When I rage, I will... Like, my mouth will grow more bestial and like a werewolf. So I have like, huge, like, wolf jaws now.
Okay. The goblins just start jumping up and down and making strange noises. Hugh looks around. Don't need to tell me none. He pushes past Musharib. Gah! And he takes his battle axe in one hand, his only hand, and he holds it up above his head and recklessly attacks at the goblin boss. The goblin boss steps back a couple of times and the axe just glances him. Annette looks absolutely shocked. What is this? Why are we attacking them? And she steps back and dodges. Zandala just sort of looks around. They're obviously getting in our way. And she just has a quarterstaff in her hand. She's not wearing any armor. And she just steps back and she readies an attack. Undril turns to you, Talon.
Boss! Captain Boss! Give the order, and it will be done.
Well, go on.
Okay. He steps forward at towards the goblin boss, with the mace in his hand. And he swings and misses.
Huh? Little runts.
Ragdoll moves forward. He comes in at the goblin boss. And he misses. The goblin boss ducks underneath the shield bash. Ragdoll then comes in with a spear. The goblin boss jumps to the side again. And then Ragdoll managed to catch the goblin boss and seriously injure him. These goblins start jumping up and down, and this goblin jumps on the other goblin's back, balancing on its shoulders, and each of their wooden masks stack atop one another to make it look like this fearsome creature. It looks almost like a snake. And then he attacks Orion, top the other one's shoulder. He just has a wooden spear, but the way he uses the spear, it's almost like a Kolwa. He slashes with it rather than stabs. It's a very unique fighting style. And he slashes you for 2 damage, Orion. Petra.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast the boss.
That is a miss.
I do not affected by cover.
Oh, okay. In that case, you've got spell sniper. All right, yeah, you just see a small gap, and you hit the boss, the goblin boss. It slams into him and knocks him off his feet. His wooden mask slides off his head, and he's just laying on the ground now. Alright, this other goblin jumps up and down frantically, and immediately he just throws down his spear and he bows towards you guys, and all of the goblins surrender.
Did we just get little potty
Go,
moments?
go. No fight, they say.
Can I spare the dying on this one, or is he dead?
He's dead.
Okay.
They surrender. They surrender.
I just tell Tariq to tell them to run away.
I tell them to run away.
They do exactly that. Ah! They quickly pick up their spears and then they run off through the jungle to the south. Mushroom shakes his head. Why did we do that? Why would you kill the goblin?
Bad tribe. Would not let pass.
No, you attacked them. They were merely defending their territory. I know a little bit of Batiri myself. I do not agree with this. I will not tolerate more continued acts like this in the future. Mushrib and Annette, they both seem to look down on that act. But Zantala, Undrill's like just obeying whatever Talon says, and Ragdoll don't really seem to care, and Hugh's just like he'll just like keep on hacking up the goblin boss unless he's told to stop.
Wait.
I tell him to stop.
I mean, don't do anything rash. Desecrating a corpse is also against, Iron Fist, I think.
Perhaps we were a little hasty in...
Yeah, you should... I tell
aggressive negotiations.
Yeah, Tariq,
I apologize.
Oh. Tariq, I mean, if we come across goblins, they're probably gonna know about, what happened here. So, please try to, apologize first. Rather than just going full battle mode.
Me did try. Me asked them to let us pass. They said no. We fight.
Well, there's other...
quick escalation.
Can I have a look at the goblin boss's dead body and see if there's any marks or anything on it?
He's got some tribalistic tattoos, swirling snake patterns tattooed onto his flesh.
Is there any sort of death curse sort of sign?
Death curse sign?
It's not like blue lips or anything.
So the death curse affects people who have died already and been brung back from the dead, and then if you die, you can't be brung back. Otherwise, yeah. There's no signs, people just start to feel weak, and then they'll just eventually die. But the goblin boss, you can make a medicine check if you want to see if he'd been affected, if you think he'd been brung back from the dead. You're not sure. You can't tell if he'd been brung back from the dead and was ill from the death curse or not. But he's all hacked apart now because Hugh kept on slashing into him upon death.
I asked Tariq, what is the proper burial for, Batiri?
Leave them. Nature will take its course.
Well, I mean,
He
So what
is
happens if
in
one
nature
of-
now. He is food now.
But
For
what happens
scavenging.
if a Batiri dies in like their home or something? You just leave them there?
I can't hear you.
he said if Batiri dies in his home, you leave them living there.
No, if Batiri die in home, take out to jungle for scavenger.
Yeah. Well, the man has spoken. I'm not gonna desecrate the other creatures' cultures, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, friends. I am disturbed from what I just witnessed. This is not the way. However, we are deep in the jungle now, and I will not leave you here. If I see that again, though, I'm afraid you'll have to find a new guide. Musharib does not believe in this senseless violence.
Neither do I, so. I mean. Might be a little bit of misunderstanding, and. So, in case we come across more goblins of Batiri tribes, Mushrib, you should probably do the talking.
I can speak little. If we come across them again, perhaps best to leave them. Very territorial they are. It is falling on night now. Dark is coming. We should set up camp.
Very well.
I go talk to Musharib. I go over to talk to Musharib and ask him, should I have offered supplies?
Why are you standing on the campfire? Does that not hurt?
What's the goblin boss got on him, like weapons wise?
He has a wooden shield and a wooden spear, and he has this bamboo armor on. So a load of bent strips of bamboo that he wore over his body, and then he just has this leather canteen filled full of water, and then a pouch with a few different food objects, some nuts, some raisins, some berries, some food and whatnot.
I'll take a spear if no one else wants it.
Okay, it's a spear. It works just as a spear. Yeah, Musharib, he just sort of shakes his head. You'll have to do much to make this up to me from what I have witnessed. Please, perhaps you'll find another guide for tomorrow. Musharib needs to gather his thoughts.
Very well.
Alright, so you guys lay out your bedrolls, and it's nice and sunny, so you don't even need tents. You just can set up the rain catchers just in case it rains, but Tariq did predict the weather to be sunny for the rest of the day. And everyone just rolls over. And
I would cast Druidcraft again to see the weather for the morning.
It's extremely warm and dry tomorrow.
Good day tomorrow too.
Alright, so the NPCs are mainly doing watches for you guys. And suddenly, during the night, you guys are awoken by Ragdoll. Look! Hey, wake up! Look up!
Wake up and see what's going on.
I arouse from my sleep and look up.
flying above you guys, above the jungle canopy, about 100 feet overhead, you can start to see some shadows cut across the moonlight, the dim twilight that reaches down to the canopy. And everyone sort of gets up. Musharib and Annette and Zendala stand back. Undril gets next to you, Talum, and Ragdoll also sort of backs up a little bit. And you see these gigantic pterodon with a huge wingspan circling above you guys. Flying dinosaurs.
Can I snuff out the torch or the bonfire with Druid Craft?
Yeah.
Can I have dark vision, please?
I need to cast my light cantrip. I can't see nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my light cantrip as well, and on top of that, I'm also, if I have another action, I'll cast Radiant Soul on myself. Well, just activate it.
You don't have enough time for that because these things swoop down before you get a chance.
Oh yeah.
And you have enough time for the light cantrip though.
Well, I mean, I would probably do the Radiant Soul one first because
You don't have time for the light cantrip. They just attack. You can do that.
Yeah, I have dark vision. I have dark vision.
All right. Yeah, pretty much like you guys have to wake up. You have to stand up. You have to grab your weapon. And by this time, there are 4 of these creatures. 2 of them are going to swoop down, and the NPCs are going to be dealing with them, unless you call them over, and then you guys can deal with these 2. So they have their own battle that they take care of the Quetzalcoatlus, and then you guys take care of these ones. So they're 60 feet in the air when we start this fight. You hear them just screeching, "Wah!" and they dive down to get some delicious dinner in the form of you guys. Alright, Kalendor, you're up first.
I can't see. Because somebody decided to stuff out the fire.
Pretty much. But the light cantrips...
No, the light cantrips haven't got off. You guys, all you've done, you've woken up and you've stood up and you've grabbed one weapon. That's it.
Oh, so I didn't even get the Radiant thing.
Everyone, they do attempt to surprise you guys now as well. Because you guys were asleep, so just keep in mind that you're asleep. You're not surprised, so you've opened your eyes. Just imagine what your character's experiencing. You've heard this yelling. You open your eyes. You've just woken up. You hear that there's some trouble. You look up. You see 2 of these things about to swoop down on you. You stand up. You grab a weapon, and that's when we roll initiative.
I'll get out my short bow and ready an attack for when I can see him.
Okay, you don't want to light a lantern, strike a torch or anything?
No.
Okay. Ryan.
I will use my short bow to shoot this one. Whoops.
You get a little bit disorientated as you've just woken up, Orion, and you go to knock an arrow and it goes completely awry and the arrow just splashes into the river.
It goes Orion.
It goes awry.
I'll step to here.
Talon.
Well, so many options. Alright, I can cast Sacred Weapon. For the light source, I guess.
Alright. Sacred Weapon causes your weapon to glow. emits 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Same as light spell. But this one doesn't need what you call. This one actually does something more. So, yeah, I just step behind Orion and. Well, actually, behind Orion. That's it.
Victor.
I'll probably cast light myself on my hat.
Okay.
And then with my bonus action, I'd try and throw my spear.
As a bonus action?
With the War Priest.
You didn't take the attack action, you took the cast the spell action.
Oh, okay. Okay. In that case, I'll just cast the light spell.
Okay, your hat starts glowing. Alright, the Quetzalcoatlus, they've circled around you for a little bit, and now they start diving down, trying to bite you guys. This one dives down at Orion, screeches down 60 feet, and it tries to bite you.
Could I get my ready action on?
Sure. Orion, you hit for 28 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
That hits. It then swoops upwards, does a bit of a dive attack. It does not provoke opportunity attacks, and it flies up 20 feet, coming in a wide arc, down and up. This Quetzalcoatlus dives straight for Victor. And it misses. It gets its beak sort of stuck into the ground. It shuffles around a little bit and it leaps back 30 feet in the air. And because they have flyby, they don't provoke opportunity attacks. Tariq.
Tariq cast Produce Flame. And I'm attacking to the one to the north.
That hits. You draw a ball of fire in your hand. You lob it up at the Quetzalcoatlus. It slams into it, and this gigantic pterodon just starts flapping around. And it looks a little bit hurt now. Petra.
Okay, so I'm going to move between these two. And to this one, I will cast Eldritch Blast.
That's a hit. You point your hand upwards, and that beam of energy slams into it and cuts a small hole in its wing. Calendar. It's a miss. The arrow just whizzes on by it.
I'd like to attempt to hide in these bushes.
Let me double check to see if you're being seen or not. Yeah, they've got direct line of sight of you, Calendar, so you can't hide. Orion. You're not a wood elf, right, Calendar?
No.
Human, right? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Wood elf can do that, but yeah, human can't.
I'm a rogue from that.
Alright, Orion.
Bonus action, I will shift. I will say ow. and then I will shoot at the injured one. My short.
The arrow misses as the Quetzalcoatlus angles its wings sideways and circles around, getting ready for another dive attack. Alan.
Okay, well, this is getting nowhere. I'm not too great at what you call it, ranged fighting, so Radiant Soul it is.
Okay. You start to glow with this bright yellow energy, and these angelic wings appear from your back.
Alright, I go over here and right at the 20 feet above the air.
Okay.
And that's it.
Victor.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to here. So get back, you beast! And I'm gonna lob it up at it. Is it one-handed? A thrown spear?
The spear is one-handed, yeah. If you're throwing it.
Oh man!
Alright, you take the spear, Victor. You throw it, and you basically just stick it straight into the ground directly in front of you.
Okay, then I want to do patient defense.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Alright, don't forget the EOT button. Alright, this Quetzalcoatlus, it sees you fly up next to it, tell him, and it just turns its beak to the side and tries to smash its beak into you and sort of bite at the same time. And it misses you. And then it's looking kind of hurt, and then it just flies off. And it just disappears atop the jungle canopy.
So it still has flyby when in the air?
You've only got a 5-foot reach, right?
Halberd.
Okay, well yes, it still has... Nothing changes with its flyby. Why would that make any sense? Of course it has flyby when it's in the air. If anything, it's because it's flying. But yes, it does not provoke an opportunity attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach. Alright, this Quetzalcoatlus is looking for a tasty meal, and Victor looks like a snack. So it dives down at him, just darts down directly at him at disadvantage. And it misses. It slams its beak into some nearby palm frond, and then it quickly flies upwards. And it's going to maintain a height of 30 feet. Swoops upwards here. Tariq.
Tariq is going to run underneath it because it's 30 feet away. Cast Produce.
That hits it. And it...
For 1 damage.
Just glances the tip of its wing slightly and burns away a couple of these sort of
And
red
then I'm going to
feathers.
run over here.
Petra.
Yep, gonna do the same thing. Eldritch Blast it.
It's a miss. Calendar. So in future, any squares that have trees, bushes, or any sort of foliage are going to be difficult terrain. Half movement speed. And there'll be a lot of that. So keep that in mind. But you can move there now, Calendar. Alright, you just go to grab an arrow, Calendar, and the sweat is just dripping down your head, and your fingers are extremely slippery, and the arrow just slips out of your hands and fumbles onto the ground. Orion. Alright, you take a shot with your short bow, and it clips the Quetzalcoatlus. Lets out a screech.
And then I'll rage as a bonus action.
Okay.
And move closer.
Tell him.
I fly 30 feet up in the air, and yeah, right next to it, and attack with my halberd.
That hits, and you just nick the Quetzalcoatlus on the side of its wing, just tearing its wing
I smite.
a little bit.
I smite it.
Okay. Alright, you, after that little slash trails the Quetzalcoatlus wings, a big flare of radiant energy. It covers its wing and almost burns it completely away. It starts flapping around wildly in the air.
I don't think we're gonna get much more combat this fight, so I'm gonna put Shield of Fate on myself as bonus action.
Okay. Victor.
I'll give Talib the thumbs up. Can I pick up my spear? Is it throw next to me?
Yeah. Grab it.
I'll just chuck it again.
That hits. Alright, you... Oh, actually, you're at disadvantage, Victor, because it's 30 feet.
No, sharpshooter.
Oh, you've got sharpshooter. Okay. And you've got 60. Alright, you just take that spear, Victor, line it up. It does look like it's about to swoop in and then fly off. And you just... The spear hits it directly in the eye socket, bursts out the other side of its head. And the Quetzalcoatlus immediately slams down to the ground. Dead.
I'll do a little prayer for it.
Well, that went well. And I fly down on the ground, put 15 healing on Orion. Oh yeah, actually, how is
You
the
hear
other
some screaming.
going?
Ah! And you see Hugh Hackenstone on the back of one of these Quetzalcoatluses flying around, and he's just there hitting it repeatedly in the back of the neck until it comes crashing down onto the ground with a crash landing.
Legend.
I'm gonna go see if the spear's alright.
Spear is fine.
Okay, I'll take it out then.
Hugh like grabbed onto it and like grappled it as it flew up, and then he just hacked it to death, riding it with a crash landing.
You good, Hugh?
Ha! Ha 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 ha! Of course! I fought red dragons. I may have made a couple of mistakes with the navigations, but hell, I can fight! I hope that makes up for it at least.
You took down a dinosaur, man, of course.
Took down a dinosaur? Ha! Child's play!
Alright, for both encounters, Goblin and the Quetzalcoatlus, you guys get 235 experience. And the others are okay. And you guys make sure everyone's fine. Go back to your bedrolls, continue your watch, and everyone can take another long rest. The rest of the night is uneventful. You wake up at the start of the next day. And that's where we'll wrap it up for today's session.
Very nice.
I kind of like these traveling combats. You're always on, stacked up. You can just go all out on every fight.
You guys haven't had a whole lot of encounters so far in the jungle.
Well, my phone and laptop is about to go dead, so
Good timing.
yeah. I'm on 2%, so cutting it close.
Alright, we're gonna
But
pick it up
I'll
next
catch you
week.
guys next week.
Yeah, we'll be on day 9 of your adventures as you've made it to the river Soshin Star. You can start traveling by canoe. I'll see you guys then.
Later, Seth.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Take
Cool.
care.
See ya.